right after he did it. This poor homeless.
Yeah. No, okay.
I bet Jeffrey Dahmer.
This poor homeless person. And
Jeffrey Dahmer, Bill Cosby.
I wish
All
Jeffrey
the
Dahmer had a podcast, honestly.
I'm just saying, he probably had like he probably joked about that shit, or like some witty one-liners that only he got at like Burger King, where it was like, yeah, I'll have it my way. Wait, because they don't know, like he's gonna put someone's fucking face on the burger too or something.
I'm just gonna take out that homosexual and run in the fucking drive-through. Just eat him.
Deep fry his intestines, and then like eat them like little vinaigrette.
Jeffrey Dahmer was the guy who would just eat gay dudes, right? Like, 'cause he would meet up with gay dudes at gay bars and
He's
fucking.
one of the most famous serial killer. How do you not know about Jeffrey Dahmer? I figured he was
I know,
your
but
idol or
I'm
something.
trying to ask, was he the gay one? Was he?
Yeah, Torchwood.
Yeah. Okay.
And Gacy.
He was like,
I
ate a little on the out because he didn't eat. He wasn't.
Yeah, but he wasn't about the cannibalism too much. He made sex slaves and shit.
He was
would
about
drill a hole in their brain,
breaking them.
Yeah, it was
Gacy
pretty
guy
interesting.
who fucked holes through brains and shit. Yeah, no, now I remember.
Gacy was like the prolific, I'm just gonna kill and eat them.
Yeah, no,
and
well,
that was children. John Wayne Gacy was
was
killing fucking children.
Boys.
There was that British guy who just had
fuck them too.
There was that British guy who just had fucking families on families just in his fucking oven and shit, just rib cages and shit. And then the cops got him and he was just like, yeah, dude, I was hungry.
Albert Fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, was that the guy? Was that the guy? Dude,
that's exactly what he's talking
about. I heard about him on a fucking History Channel documentary, and I was like,
yeah, he just had a fridge full of children, and he was like, I cut the young boy's rump off, and I roasted it with potatoes and onions, and then I had it most
terrible because I'm so British.
And then I left it. I scurried away into the woods, where I then found a decrepit cabin I lured children into, and I would murder the most foul.
Yeah, no, that's the kind of serial killer you.
He also ate people's poop. He was a poop eater too.
He was a poop eater.
Are you talking about Ethan Ralph?
Albert Fish, but now we're getting into Ethan Ralph. Listen, we're back with America First. Who better to talk about America First than Superman?
Wait, which one was Ethan Ralph?
He wasn't in the documentary at all. But,
he's not
in Superman 3?
Oh, no, me and Branch are just talking about retarded internet shit. That's all this is.
I know, that's the only thing that gets us views.
Who would be comparable to Ethan Ralph in Superman 3?
In Superman 3?
Who do you think would be Ethan Ralph? I think...
Cats, this the first time you watched... So this is the first time you watched any of the Superman movies, right?
The guy, drunk guy.
Of the originals. Well,
those are the only ones I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the original Superman movies. The Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Yeah, no, this is the first Christopher Reeve Superman movie I've ever watched.
So what'd you think of Superman 3 without any, just what'd you think of it?
I thought it sucked, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. It's pretty fucking stupid.
It felt like, and I'm not trying to say this because this is a filmmaker that I actually like, but it felt like if Superman was directed by Jacques Tati. I don't know if that name means anything to you guys.
Yeah, no, that does Playtime.
Yeah, it felt like a European comedy. It had
Dude, it was so... Alright, so that's the interesting thing about this movie is so Superman 1 was made by this dude Richard Donner, who made he made Lethal Weapon, and he made a bunch of other shit. Richard Donner fucking knew his shit.
He made Lethal Weapon?
The producers and shit. Fucking Mario Puzo wrote the original script for the first Superman movie.
I have heard that, yeah. I have heard that.
Yeah, so, and that was actually how they got Marlon Brando to sign on to it and all this other shit. But the original version of it was really campy and corny and really fucking pulpy, Silver Agey Superman. But then Richard Donner came into it and he was like, dude, this is a crazy, Americana super classic, fucking heart of America story. So he made Superman 1 and the lion's share of Superman 2. That gets really complicated. But then Superman 2, fucking the producers came in there we wanted to be campier and cornier, and we don't like this guy who's bitching and shit. And they brought in this dude Richard Lester. And Richard Lester's first whole fucking shot at making Superman was making Superman 3. So Superman 3 is just a super fucking it's Superman intentionally trying to be corny.
Yeah, it
Really?
doesn't.
So-
it doesn't. Before we get
It
into
does,
too much
it's a
criticism,
fucking Richard Pryor movie. It's a
Yeah,
Richard
before-
Pryor movie.
okay, and Richard Pryor's
That's
the
not a
worst
good
fucking part of
thing.
the. Yeah, Richard
Richard
Pryor's
Pryor
the
is
worst
bad in
fucking
this
part of the
movie.
movie.
He's
He's terrible.
You can just
Also,
see the cocaine.
Speaking
It's
of
like-
Richard Pryor and Marlon, and you mentioned Marlon Brando, did you know that Richard Pryor fucked Marlon Brando? Were you aware
What?
of this? Was anyone aware of this?
No. Regale.
Yeah, no, I don't have much story about this. I literally just looked up Richard Pryor right before this because I was like, I just wanted to find some details because I knew he blew his face up like freebasing cocaine, and I wanted
Yeah, he
to see
lit
his
his head on fire.
yeah, I wanted to see his fucked up face, and then I looked up his Wikipedia after that because I was like, his face isn't that fucked up, honestly.
Yeah, no, he actually got to have it pretty okay.
Yeah, he was fine. And then it said sexuality, like in the tabs on or Wikipedia or whatever. I was like, that's interesting. And yeah, there's a whole thing about how he's like had sexual relationships with Marlon Brando and was like open about his bisexuality, I guess. And at a Hollywood Bowl in 1977, he gets up on the stage and quote says, "I have sucked a dick." And I just thought that was great. I thought that was
Just
pretty
a
fucking
dick.
funny.
So was it just Marlon Brando? Like, is that all the
No,
story there was?
No, he also fucked a tranny, apparently.
Okay, that's
he had like a
pretty
2-week-long relationship with the tranny. I think he fucked other dudes. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what exactly the Wikipedia happened, but
Man,
it was pretty funny.
Man, see, this is the kind of stuff like all right, he fucked Marlon Brando, but now I'm just really curious. Like, was he topping or bottoming? Like, because now I'm really like, was Marlon Brando just like so alpha that he could top fucking Richard Pryor, or was Richard Pryor just hanging dong? And Marlon got fucking wooed. You know?
I don't know. I actually could see it going either way because Marlon. It depends
That one's
on
up
how,
in the air, dude. That
Yeah,
one's
'cause
up in the air.
Marlon Brando at that time was more maybe a little bit like he was on the waning end of his chadness where he was turning into like a porker, and in porker stage, then he's just in like some cheeks to clap.
Yeah, but then he
probably.
goes full like Lizard King stage, and you think anyone's gonna fucking like top him unless he's just like fucking having grapes fed to him and just like in.
Unless he fucking
I need
likes
you to
it.
grease me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he got real Slug King near the end, man.
Well, doesn't he have like what's the movie where Marlon Brando has the stick of butter up his ass? Last Tango in Paris. That's what it is. Yeah. In Last Tango
Yeah,
in
no,
Paris,
apparently he
sticks
was banned from Italy for rape because of the rape scene in that movie.
What? Really?
Yeah, no, that's what I fucking heard on a thing.
I thought Italians like don't they just like rape women for sport? Like I thought
They
that
don't
was,
like
the whole
Americans
thing.
raping their women.
No,
though.
they
rape
Greek
Europeans
boys.
Europeans like to have a corner on that market.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like it's like they get really mad. You get really mad if an American does it, but it's fine if they do it. I can see that. Europeans.
I just can't get the thought of Richard Pryor sucking some dude's dick out of my head, like him just looking up, being like, "Wow,
wow.
Yeah, no, especially because he's so corny in this movie, like he can't do like a legitimate joke without going like, like he's just going so hard. You think like if he's sucking dick, he's just gonna be like, blah, blah,
Do you-
blah.
do you think when-
like those
like,
really
hey,
hard?
I imagine when he saw Marlon Brando's dick, like especially if it was big. You know the scene in Superman 3 where he sees his check, and he opens his check and it's $85,000. I bet he made the same exact reaction, like,
Big wow.
whoa, wow.
They
that's a
also
big white
smacked it around on his hand too a little bit.
dick. Do you think he tried to he probably sucked on it like a crack pipe? Honestly, he probably
Spike the back up.
Man, that raises so many questions. Like I was ready to just like fucking talk fully about Superman 3, but this whole like Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor
Much
bang
better.
situation is
Way to go.
really throwing a
Superman
wrench
3's
into my
dumb.
thought process here.
It's interesting,
Because I just,
right?
yeah, I just that's a hard relationship. Like you would assume it's just like a full switch relationship where each one of them has to like just.
Hey man, you got cum in my hair.
Yeah.
I
That's
I'm
what you
gonna look it
think.
up- Here, wait. Okay, I'm gonna look up.
See if you can find any more details on it. Like see who topped.
We'll try to
Find
figure out
who's
who topped or bottomed. We'll try to figure out who topped and who bottomed. Richard Pryor, Marlon
See,
Brando.
for Superman
I'm betting that Richard Pryor topped. If the information is out there, I'm putting
Okay,
my nick.
There's a Guardian article. Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando were lovers. Pryor's widow confirms. Oh, this was in the Wikipedia article. I thought it was a good quote. Jones. Okay, so Jones, who I think was his. Oh no, it was Quincy Jones. Okay, the widow of Richard Pryor has confirmed a claim by music producer Quincy Jones that he was lovers with Marlon Brando. Jones first made the allegation in a wide-ranging interview with New York Magazine, where he said he'd fuck anything. He'd fuck a mailbox. James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye. So I don't know if he's saying he would
fuck Marvin Gaye too, huh?
Yeah, but is he saying that he actually did fuck a mailbox?
Dude, that
or is he saying that he would fuck Marvin Gaye?
Gaye was playing around.
No, I don't know if he's saying that or not, though. I don't know if he's saying he fucked James Baldwin.
Quincy Jones is saying it too. That's interesting. Quincy Jones, if you're not familiar, he was like a super fucking music producer, dude. He produced like Michael Jackson shit and stuff. He was like top of the heap.
I'm aware of his
like,
Yeah, I know.
I'll do the sound work for your comedy special, Richard. If you suck my fat cock, he's like, all right. Why not? I was gonna do it anyways.
I can't stop thinking about this. That's a lot of cum. That's a lot of cum.
Oh
Wow!
Oh my God. Look at all that cum.
Look at all that cum. I don't know.
Wow!
I mean, okay, is Richard Pryor? The only thing I've ever seen Richard Pryor.
Apparently,
in
this movie
I never
was
found
written.
him that funny.
He's all right.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I just haven't watched enough of his shit, like his stand up and shit. Because I've watched like some of like the big. He feels like kind of like Lenny Bruce to me, where it's like the shit he was doing would have been incredible at the time, but like it's just hard to entirely see why it's funny all the time. Because like a lot of it had to do with like the fact that he was just fucking outrageous and there was nobody like him. You know? That's just my outsider perspective.
No, you're probably right, because Lenny Bruce I don't find fucking funny at all. Like it's like okay.
The thing though is Carlin, fucking 50s, 60s, 70s. He had like he could get me rolling in any fucking era, dude. Carlin was fucking funny,
sure.
Even in his older shit. Like,
George didn't use a lot of observation. He was just kind of like, or not. He didn't use topical observation. He was just like society.
The most dated thing that Carlin ever did was
later
the 7
on.
words.
Society was like 70s era, but
that's right. That's like as he was just going totally insane. He was just like, listen, they're against us, man. And it's like,
well, that's his best shit. Like
90s.
that's his like primo like that's the golden era of the libtard.
That was like his like. That was his like philosopher shit. You know, like,
but I mean George Carlin. It's probably best he died when he did, because I think he would have been a disappointment if he was still alive. But
you think he'd be like a Paul or who's a big sellout right now? Who's going like you gotta vote blue no matter who?
Fucking everybody, dude.
Everybody.
Just say a random celebrity. I bet we could find a tweet about them
Chris
wearing
Evans.
a pussy hat.
All the Chris
Evans. No, we're talking about
older.
He's like I'm talking about like a previous legend.
Oh, you know who? Legend. Okay, this isn't a legend, but like Ron Perlman.
Anyone.
Ron Perlman is fucking retarded.
Ron Perlman
these days.
is legend status in my opinion. He's like I don't know if you've ever seen what's that French one?
Oh yeah,
City of Little Children.
Yes. I think
City
I know
of
what
Lost
you're
Children.
talking about.
The Save Lost Children, the one where we remember that Ron Perlman actually doesn't know French, and he was just kind of memorizing his lines, and it's like, oh, you could tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
For
But
a guy who
it
doesn't
works.
speak French,
It works perfectly. It works perfectly because he's
Ron Perlman, Mister. Come here, I'll shake your hands, Donnie, after I piss on him.
Yeah, no, the best like you're any like classic celebrity, any like like person who is in the Hall of Fame or whatever. They're either a libtard on Twitter or they're like Johnny Rotten on Twitter, where
they
they're
don't
just sucking
say
Trump's
anything, and they just Ted Nugent in the corners occasionally.
Well,
they just fucking pull a James Woods every now and again.
Ted Nugent is like the opposite end of the spectrum. Like he's a
he's the full crazy conservative. Yeah, so it's not like that's not like a good example. But James Woods is probably a better example. Well, he'll just like say 2 things at one point about just like golly this, and then he's out.
James Woods seems like a cool guy, actually. I don't know much about him, but
dude, that man's voice is velvet to me, dude. Like when I fascinate myself being fucked by Satan, as the fucking sissy hypno I constantly watch makes me think about, fucking James Woods' voice is the tongue that slides up in me. Like that is the sound of Satan to me.
That's sick shit, honestly. That's pretty sick
Isn't
shit.
that weird that
it's my life, dude. We all got
satellite controls the weather. You guys think that was weird that a satellite controls the weather in
Do you guys-
Superman 3?
Do you guys also think
dude,
it was weird that there was
fun.
no capital
That was fun,
I?
especially because this movie was produced by some pretty legendary Hollywood Jews. But what were you saying, Katz?
No, okay. No, Brant makes a good point. The other point I wanted to make about that shit, maybe it's just because I don't understand how technology worked in the 70s, but there was like no capital I internet at that time. How was he hacking into the like mainframe of like government?
Because I think they had like the
Here, I remember because I watched it 3 times. I watched all the fucking Superman movies 3 times. But the way they explain it is, all the systems are connected, and he's like, the way we're gonna like keep it low is we're gonna send him somewhere small, and he's gonna hack into it from there. It's gonna all be connected from it, and that's why even that in Smallville had the stupid double key system and shit.
Right. Okay.
And also because
which was literally only there for a fucking Richard Lester side gag of him having to like use his foot or whatever, tie the guy's arm to his arm and do like.
Yeah.
That was literally just there for a gag. Like that's why that fucking the fucking Jacques Tati reference like that totally comes into
all of it.
No, the whole opening of the movie
big cowboy
is like
hat and shit like it's very Jacques Tati.
Yeah, like the whole opening of the movie feels like the movie Playtime, where like there's the big tits girl is like walking around and she's causing mayhem because everyone's like looking around and they're crashing into shit. The guy's car is filling up with water.
Superman. She's like, "Oh, Mr. Superman, you gotta like stop this oil tanker." I was like, "What the fuck? Why is smoking cigarettes make Superman?" Dick?
That's the funniest part of this movie to me in retrospect, because like, so there's that line where the billionaire's sister says, "Oh, you've added cigarettes to his kryptonite. He's become normal." And then he just like starts being a giant dick everywhere. And like I don't know, I was just wondering, like, is that line intentionally elitist that all normal people are trash, or is it a commentary, or is it like was it the idea like what if Superman had the morals of the average American and this was the 70s where everybody assumed everybody was just like fucking like the warriors,
I think
just like trying to rape and stab.
If I'm being charitable and it's not just like, you know, a Hollywood Jew looking down on us and all that kind of shit. Like, if I'm being charitable, what it is like, but, like, Superman is I don't know his lore too well, but, like, he's from another world. He's supposed to be higher than humans. He doesn't have all the shortcomings that we have. He doesn't have the temptations. He doesn't have all that stuff. So him becoming a normal human is him giving into his temptations, but they overdid it, I guess, so it makes it seem like he's just fucking evil.
Already.
Yeah.
They already did that.
The 2 scenes, like, what were you saying, Brant?
They already did that. He already became human in 2, but it is true that like,
but it was way different. Yeah.
They say like because he is like even the fucking Kryptonians like you're so much better than them, like your morals are just also super and you're just more ethical. But I don't even think it was that.
And it was a great power with great responsibility kind of thing.
Yeah,
he got it instilled in him by middle American values. God damn it.
But guys that smoke are bad boys. You know what bad boys do? They blow out the Olympic torch and they make the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
The Tower of Pisa to make it not leaning.
Yeah, that was
the Tower of Pisa joke is an all-time joke in my opinion.
That was
an all-time joke because he pushes it to make it fucking not lean, and then the guy has to get new commemorative towers. Yeah. And then it ends with him just smashing. That
entire joke felt like one of those little those small panel strips that they had in Mad Magazine. That where it's just like a 3-panel joke. Like literally, Superman comes by, straightens out the Tower of Pizza. You have the frame of the guy doing that. Superman comes by and fixes it. Like that's a 4-panel joke. That's
an incredible joke. That is a simple, just to the point. It shows someone getting offended. In the first one, he's just like shocked, and the second one, he's mad. Like that is just execution. That is good comedy. That's comedy.
After he tears the tanker open and all the oil pours out, and then he flies back and he blows all the oil back into the tanker.
Yeah, that was fucking.
there was some stupid fucking and also the ice.
Superman.
The ice doesn't
Do
make.
you have any idea how many oily fucking
Yeah,
fish are gonna be in
like
that
ice
tank?
doesn't work like that. Ice, you can't
like a
just pick
thin
up an
sheet of
entire
ice.
thin sheet of ice and it's not
Yeah, no,
gonna
we'll
fucking
just drop
crack at
that
all.
over a fucking thick piece of ice. Well, I do though. Even though how stupid that was, they dropped it over the thing. Superman picking up a lake is one of my favorite things.
That was pretty
Superman
cool. It
has
should have
ever
been like
Yeah.
the whole thing. It
That's
should have been
pretty
like a giant glacier.
Yeah.
It should have been like
He picked
Yeah.
up a fucking
should've
lake,
been-
dude.
No, I know, but they could have at least made it like kind of an inverse pyramid or something, so the physics would make like slightly a little bit of sense. But
Well, he
instead,
was
it's just
only
like this
taking
thin.
off the top. He was just taking
which
off
is
the
nice
top.
of him. It's nice of him to not kill the entire lake.
He didn't
but
want
that
to
ice
take the
would
whole
crack.
lake, dude.
The ice would crack.
That's honestly why I love Superman as a character so much, and it shows up in a couple points in this movie, just with him like talking to Lana, or like a lot of the fucking the like him going back to school kind of stuff. Like I absolutely love the corny Superman, like not being something that's being parodied or made fun of. Like he's just corny as shit, and that just has heart. And I love that. I think that's the greatest thing about. Just like he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. He has no faults. Just he's the best. Just let him go. Just
And
let
Most
him
of
be
that
the best.
comes
right
through.
Fucking- the only faults he has are faults he intentionally gives himself so that he can keep being the best. Like he's the best. He's the best. He's super.
A lot of that comes through from what's his name, Christopher Reeves. Like his
Christopher
performance
Reeves
makes
fucking
a lot more
incredible.
of it. And also, though, I want to point
That
out,
scene
like
where he's
Clark
fighting
Kent is not a
himself?
good. No, Clark Kent's not a good journalist. I just want to point that out. He sucks as a fucking journalist. His story idea, like, say what you will about like Superman, Clark Kent as a journalist fucking sucks. His story is garbage. The editor should have just said, no, you're not gonna go back to Smallville.
Oh, how about the end?
Your story is garbage.
Because that's all we hear of the end is he's writing up. It's like, and it turns out the prettiest girl in high school is still the prettiest girl. I was like, what
fucking
you said
terrible,
nothing, Clark.
terrible
Yeah,
line.
that was
Yeah.
just the way they edited it. You can tell this movie was written by kind of a hack.
Yes.
Kind.
Kind of. Yeah, a little bit more than kind of. Yeah.
Here's the
No.
thing.
There's some good points in it. There are some fun moments, but like I don't know, like that whole scene, which is what the movie is sold on, which was the scene where Superman is fighting Clark Kent. Apparently, the original title of this movie was Superman versus Superman, but they got sued by the Kramer versus Kramer people. But either way, that whole scene is like the most fucking like corny like stage fighting I've seen in a fucking long time. And if you watch Superman 1 and 2, I haven't watched it in a while, but there's corny stage fighting, but it's not as much like, okay, I'm going to stand here for 30 seconds, thing will drop on me, I'm going to stand up, he's going to stand here, I'm going to throw 30 tires on him, he will stand there. Like, it's very fucking stagey. And the other movies aren't as bad about that.
Well, I mean, and like the staging
Except for maybe
comes in.
Superman 4. I haven't
The
seen that
staging.
one.
Yeah, I've only seen Man of Steel. Besides that, no, I saw Superman Returns in theaters.
Yeah, that's
actually.
not even Man of Steel isn't even worth mentioning in this context. The OG ones are a very different animal.
The staging in this one though, like that happens a lot. Like one of the other parts of like that annoyed me was Superman's getting blasted by the kryptonite, and they're all going, "Oh no, Superman! Oh no!" And it's like, just roll him out of the fucking way.
Yeah,
just roll him. Just push him out. Just like
Richard
run
Pryor-
down
Yeah, just
there.
roll him. Literally,
Like,
you don't even have to push him. Just roll him.
Yeah, like
Despite
you're not
being,
affected
like-
by kryptonite. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, and that was greatly established in the previous movies that like kryptonite does not bother fucking humans at all.
Yeah,
What
they
were you
can just
saying,
grab it. It's like, whatever. But, no, it's weird because, like, Richard Pryor, despite being, like, a computer whiz, and he just kind of, like, makes stuff work, it's, like, the most sense. Because, like, he's like, oh, wait, this machine is not only just trying to kill Superman, but it's, like, it's kind of going to, like, start to try and kill us, and, like, and he just, fucking hits it with the axe. It's like, fuck, I actually got to save Superman. This is not a good idea. He's smart.
Yeah, no, and then Superman saves Richard Pryor, and is this corny or is this cool? But like Richard Pryor's in the wall, and Superman reaches in and grabs him with a handshake, and then fucking they swap it to one of these, and Richard Pryor says, "My brother." It was like, is that
was
corny? Or is
That was really fucking corny.
Yeah, that was.
That was
I
some
thought it
70s.
was really corny when I first watched it, but the way it's done is kind of pimp.
If they had established Richard Pryor's character in literally any way possible, like any way, like
They
there's no
kinda do.
backstory. No, they don't. No,
It was
they
definitely a
don't.
meta-racial joke. It wasn't like a
but-
contextual.
Like aside from the racial stuff, like Richard Pryor isn't a character in this movie. He's just goofy. There's no. Are
Yeah.
you typing?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
Jesus
typing
Christ.
while you're wrong.
Yeah.
I just have to type real quick while you're so
I feel like I'm
fucking
gonna hear a
wrong.
typewriter like, like, are you gonna
Why is this
That's
so
just
wrong?
ruining my train of thought here, Brant? You're just fucking ruining.
He's
it.
a bum.
Go on,
That's all he
keep
is.
running your
It's-
train.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
just
bum,
a,
and
he's
he
just a
wants
fucking
money.
bum. Yeah,
And
he's
he's
just a
easy go.
goddamn bum.
He has no respect for authority. He calls
But
him.
where
like,
is
talk-
it? Where is this computer knowledge coming from? This he literally decides he
Yeah,
wants
no,
to go
the
into
computer
programming because
knowledge
he
was
sees a fucking
literally out
business
of
card or
nowhere.
matches. He sees like a pack of matches and he goes, "Oh, I'll go into computer programming." And all of a sudden, we're supposed to expect that he's a genius out of
He's the
nowhere. It
best.
doesn't
Yeah,
make
no,
any
that
fucking
would be
sense.
like if Donnie Azoff in The Wolf of Wall Street, Jonah Hill just like took over the company on the first fucking day he worked there.
That's an interesting analogy, but yeah, I mean,
That was-
like,
I thought that was a good reference.
really?
Well, he did it because he was still.
I thought that was a very apt comparison.
He was
That's
still
exactly
in
how
the lower
Donnie-
decks, and he just kind of was like the only person who put two and two together. Like, oh, so we don't get the rounded down pennies, but the company doesn't keep it either. The guy's like, nope, it's kind of floating there. And he's
It's
like,
Office Space. Yeah, it's just Office
It's like,
Space.
that's
It is
fine.
the same thing. Well, and that's the thing that happens in Office Space is they say,
types
like in
it's just
Superman
like,
3,
give me
right?
the money.
Do they say? Oh, okay. I haven't seen Office Space in a
They
while,
do say that,
so-
yeah. They,
okay.
they say like in Superman 3, right?
Okay, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck, they do. Like when
Yeah.
they're first talking about it, he's like, this isn't Superman 3, was it? He's like, no. Oh yeah, I guess it was.
It's like I've never seen it, but either way, here's the plan.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty funny.
And then it's like, he's a
So
normal person.
tobacco tar specifically, you just add tar to kryptonite, and it just makes you just a lazy dick. Just like
It
just
makes
immediately.
Superman horny.
So cigarettes make you a lazy dick? Is that the message?
No, it makes you horny
That's
because you
completely
smoke.
the opposite.
You
Well,
try
he
to
was
pick up
horny
raw,
and he was
you
a
know?
dick.
Cigarettes.
No,
make-
He
'cause
wasn't saving
no,
anything.
Cigarettes.
It's like the
Cigarettes are one of
camel.
the most productive drugs. Like nicotine.
They
has
are, like,
brought
there's
that's
been
brought the
studies.
human race further than almost any other substance known to man. Like nicotine is is probably better than anything else that we've ever invented.
I fully
I'd say.
believe that they did it with the cigarettes too, because it's like, it's the Camel cigarette guy. It is. It's the cool smoking jacket guy. And what does that cool smoking jacket guy do at the bar? He's picking up chicks. He's hitting jukebox. He's kind of
He's
being a
being
dick.
pretty toxic. He's being pretty
a
toxic.
toxic masculinity.
Big toxic. Big toxic.
70s was also the time when cigarettes were starting to go out of style too, because that was when all the anti-smoking
Yeah.
ads were coming out. That was when
That
the
was
cigarette companies were
when
being
cigarettes
sued.
going out of style was starting to come into style.
Yes.
Because they'd been going out of style for a while, but them not being cool. Because this was like, I think Superman 3 was like at least 81 or 82. Because
Yeah, 'cause
the
Superman
original
4 is 87.
Superman was 77.
It's 87.
87?
No,
No,
it wasn't.
4 is 87, so it's got to be
Oh,
like 80.
okay.
4 is 87. So this one I think was like 82.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like
Oh,
that.
Okay, I thought this was like
Oh,
79 or something. Actually, I didn't even look up the date. I guess, but yeah, that makes even more sense then. I guess because like that was well after when this was basically when cigarettes were starting to become way less.
Right,
cool.
it's like, don't smoke, kids. You don't want to be
1980.
smoking.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That's like that explains the whole part with the kids too, where it's like you're just in a slump, Superman. You'll get out of it. It's just like you're right.
I like that part. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I did like that.
After you get
No, that
this
part's
close
fine.
to doing some
That actually
Right,
felt like a
Superman,
Superman
You're
film.
just in a slump. I don't
Yeah.
know any context as to what you're truly
That was-
going through, but I'm pretty sure it's just a slump. That's what happens when people are drinking themselves to death.
Yeah, but that actually felt like a Superman movie. I haven't seen the first two, but that felt like what this movie was supposed to be all the
Yeah.
way through. Like it felt like
That
like,
part, yeah, no, there's
like-
not a lot. There's not as much Superman as you'd be expecting.
I got nervous at that part, man,
Why?
because like I just got done watching The Boys, and it's like this is a very Homelander moment where I feel like, and in Superman 2,
Yeah.
Superman does beat
He's
the
gonna start
absolute
melting
shit.
people.
Superman beats
Only
the
in this
fucking
movie,
shit
all
out
he
of
does
dude.
is just
He
drink
beats
and
the
fuck.
ever living fuck out of dude
What's-
in Superman 2. He comes up to like a bar, a diner that this guy like harassed him at after he stripped his powers away in the second one, and the guy was like hitting on Lois and he beat the fuck out of Clark. He comes back as Superman and just like mercilessly beats him. Not like, you know, it's not like the
Well,
boys.
the guy
but,
was
like,
being mean to a waitress.
dude,
So
he
Superman
fucking
had.
threw him through a wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that-
I'm like,
No,
oh,
he didn't
shit.
throw him through a wall. He didn't throw him through a wall the first time. This guy beats the shit out of Clark. and it's when he, wow, I don't have any superpowers anymore. He comes back up to this random fucking truck stop in Alaska, and he just fucking like spins him around on a chair like a cartoon character, puts his butt on the fucking bar on a sandwich, and just slides him down the table and says, "Check."
Doesn't Man of Steel?
It's cartoon. He doesn't just
like
beat him.
He's like smacking him and stuff, and he does a spin.
Man of Steel.
He's in Alaska in the beginning of Man of Steel too. Yeah. Is that a callback to Superman 2?
Kind of happens that way. It's just like it makes more sense in Superman 2 because he got his ass kicked first. Either way, though, Brad, just so you know, like, the version of Superman 2 you watched is kind of slanderous because it's not the true version of Superman 2. The Donner cut is the version that has a lot more like. A lot less Richard Lester bullshit.
We should have a party. We should have a party and watch the Donner cut. We could call it the Donner Party.
Yeah, there you go. Donner, you guys want to have a yearly Donner party and just like fucking eat ass?
Yes.
Literally eat it. Here, I'm gonna step away for this.
Just invite women over, just thinking they're gonna get fucking shot.
Because like Alaska's like the closest point to the North Pole, which is where his Fortress of Solitude is, while still being American soil. So I think that's why they do a callback to that. Yeah, you should have said.
Was it in Alaska in Superman 2, or was it in Canada?
It's always been in Alaska. Even in the Snyder shit, it's fucking in Alaska. He always goes to fucking Alaska.
I guess he just like fucking because he hitchhikes to the North Pole like 3 times in this fucking saga of movies.
Right,
that fucking worked out for him quite well.
2 was the best, I think, honestly, in just ways of like being
so now was this the first time you watched all these movies?
Yeah, this was the first time.
How do they rank? What are your thoughts on 1, 2, 3, 4? Just as a movie that exists, what are your thoughts on them?
One, I would give 1 like the credit of being pretty classic. Actually, that's a solid one. I think that will age pretty much forever. 2 is hilarious.
1's a good fucking movie.
2 is so bad it can't help but be funny. It's so, but 3,
I don't think 2 is bad, dude. 2 is just like awesome and funny at the same time.
It's dumb.
Is it also directed by Richard Donner?
The Planet Houston.
Yeah, the Planet Houston is like, and they're just being silly, and the way they're like flying, the effects. There's this one point where we're in the Fortress of Solitude again, and suddenly like, the Family Guy joke where it's like he just kind of like throws his thing. That does happen. What happens after Superman throws his insignia and it catches that guy is then they all just suddenly can like not only like teleport but make like illusions of themselves, and it just gets
all the corny shit you just mentioned though. Not in the Donner cut.
It's
not in the Donner cut.
Wait. Why are you saying Donner cut? If
Superman 2 Donner cut is a classic movie.
Why are you saying
like the way that
it says it's directed by Richard Lester also? Why are you saying Donner cut if it's directed by Richard Lester?
Superman 2 was credited to being Richard Lester. Superman 1 and 2 was originally thought to be like a fucking giant epic, and that was when they hired Richard Donner, and he shot Superman 1 and 75% of Superman 2, and then he got into a fallout with the producers, and the producers decided to hire their fucking toady, which was Richard Lester. And Richard Lester not only shot the other 25% of the film, but just redid a lot of the other scenes so that he could get Directors Guild credit by having more than 50% of the film shot by him.
Oh.
That was what happened.
Okay.
So that was why it's credited to Richard Lester, but that's why the Donner cut is out there, and the Donner cut is actually fucking awesome. Like, the way that Lois Lane finds out that Superman isn't just some fucking gay shit in a corny fucking, love suite in Niagara Falls. The way that they find that out is fucking Lois Lane is so certain he's Superman that she just grabs a gun and shoots him. And there's this awesome shot where fucking Christopher Reeve shows how dope he is at playing both those characters, where he fucking like is like Clark Kent dopey, just like holding the bullet wound, and he just like stands up into Superman all fucking back at the shoulders. He's like, you realize if your bet was wrong, you would have killed Clark Kent. And she was like, with a blank, like boom, that's a good scene. Better movie, dude, way better movie. Donner cut is way better.
There's a serious physiognomy check too. Richard Donner looks like a Chad. Richard Lester looks like a fucking dweeb. Like, this guy looks terrible.
Dude, he does.
Yeah, he looks like an Addams Family character. Like, what the fuck? What is this? That's the most
Regardless,
bald
Yeah,
person
Richard
I've ever
Lester
seen.
looks like a fucking little goofy bitch.
the quest for
really
peace,
goofy.
I think, takes a cake on everything because that's the only
And that one was
where,
directed by Christopher Reeve.
dude, that's
I've heard
amazing.
about that. I've heard about
He
that.
pushes the mood. He pushes the fucking mood.
I mean,
I
that
haven't
sounds
watched
like
it,
that
so-
sounds like a lot of that sounds very Superman-y to me. Honestly.
Like the first one,
That does sound Superman-y. Just the way that they do it is so stupid, dude.
It's-
Like the movie begins with him being like, all right, I'm just Superman. And he's like at the UN. He's just giving a speech. He's like, I'm Superman, and I'm just gonna throw all your nukes into the sun.
No,
And
no.
he throws all the
Here's how
nukes
it
into
starts.
the
It's
sun,
even worse.
and then that
It's even worse.
creates Nuclear Man.
It's even worse because what happens is there's some fuck off school in like Kansas or whatever, and their school project is like write to their superhero. So one kid, little Timmy, writes to Superman and says, "I'm really scared about the nukes. You should do something about it because you're the only one who can." And then at the same time, the newspaper's being taken over by this by a bunch of Jews, by a bunch of rat bastard Jews who don't care about journalistic integrity. So what they do is they're like pushing like Superman tells this kid to get fucking bent. It's literally says like in the headlines, it's like Superman says drop dead kid, and it's like. So they sensationalize it to the point where Superman has to like meet with Timmy and then go to the UN and be like, "I'm gonna I'm
Superman meeting with Timmy as we speak. The UN
At
is
UN.
waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, like he like shakes his hand in front of the UN and he's like, "Listen, Timmy's, you know he wants," and I'm gonna say like just like my planet Krypton, we're all headed for disaster. So I'm gonna take the nukes and we're all gonna. And everyone's like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And that's then. They're all firing their last nukes, and he's like picking them up and throwing them in the sun. And that's when Lex Luthor steals a strand of his hair from a museum and puts it in some thing with the nuke, and he shoots it. And then Superman grabs that nuke and throws it in the sun too. And that's how you get the guy who's Bizarro Superman, but he's not. And he's just like retarded.
Yeah, no, because he's just like stupid, but he's like fucking like Dolph Lundgren, like just an Adonis.
Is he played by Dolph
Yeah,
Lundgren?
it's a shit movie, dude. But fucking like Lex Luthor is played by fucking Gene Hackman. So in the other movies, the Lex Luthor shit is top tier.
It's pretty funny.
That is incredible shit.
It's great in 4-2. No, it is. It's wonderful because instead of his dopey sidekick in the other one, it's like his dumb fucking nephew, and he's a rad dude, man. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" It's
I've
so
seen
fucking
this.
cool.
I haven't seen Superman 4, but I've seen that fight between them. That is a terrible fight. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And this negative Superman, he's so reliant on sun that they draw the shades in Lex Luthor's tower, and he just powers down. He's like,
What's his name?
"Oh,
Isn't
I
it like
can't."
Ultraman or like Ultimate Man? Was it literally Nuclear Man? It probably was Nuclear
It
Man.
might have been Nuclear Man. I don't think it. I think it was start with an N.
I think
I-
it was Nuclear Man.
I was thinking it was Nega Man for a while there, and I was like, maybe that sounds dumb enough. But yeah, it's like he
Nuclear
can't
Man.
get the smallest
Nuclear Man
amount of
is
sunlight of direct sunlight will charge him up, and he can like be a fucking monster. But like if there's no direct sunlight, he just powers down. And just,
Apparently,
Yeah, maybe we
uh,
should have done Superman 4, but Superman 4 is just so
He's-
bad.
It looks
It's
bad.
awful.
Apparently, Gene Hackman does the voice of Nuclear Man. Mark Pillow, who plays him, he does not do the voice. That's kind of interesting.
And they got Gene Hackman to do it, huh?
Well,
That's weird.
he's in the movie as Lex Luthor. It says
that's
he's in
wild
the
because
movie.
all he does is
Yeah, no, he was in the movie, and the only reason he did the movie, at least from what I've heard, is just because like Christopher Reeve. Like, it sounds like the only reason that like him and Margot Kidder and like everybody who was in the movie who has
Richard
actually.
Pryor will suck you off
The
again.
only reason they were in the movie is just because people loved Christopher Reeve, and they're like, "Yeah, you're a nice guy. This movie's gonna suck, but you're a good guy."
I'd love to have you back on the set. He's like, is Richard going to be there? Well, I don't think he's good. Well, could you have him there? He sucks cock like no one else. And he makes me laugh when he does it too.
I want to suck Hack. I want to suck his Hack Man.
Yeah, that's
wait,
weird.
Isn't Christopher Reeve crazy?
No, you're thinking.
Those
I think Margot
disabled.
Kidder is crazy. Christopher Reeve fell off a horse in the late '80s and got cerebral palsy and died a few years after.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
sad. Holy shit, really?
Yeah, no, his life is like Christopher Reeve is like a fucking like he was the first guy who got like super duper, not the first guy because there was like George Reeves and like all the other fucking people who played Superman, which is just a coincidence. George Reeves was not related to him, but he was the first Superman who was filmed. But it's just like he was super typecast after that. He couldn't get a lot of good roles because he was Superman. Even though I think partially that was why Superman 3 did a lot of the shit that they did with him, like playing like crazy Superman, because he wanted to show he had range. You know, he's playing fucking 3 characters. He played Clark and Superman and fucking
dickhead
Bizarro and douchebag Superman, and it all fucking works and it's all fucking good outside of when it's being directed by a hack.
But he's not really douchebag. He's just kind of well, I guess he is a douchebag. It just goes back to that scene at the bar before the kid's like, "You'll get it back," and he's just like being really fucking like malicious and like flicking peanuts. And
he's in.
Yeah, no, that was kind of cool though.
It says he's in Village of the Damned. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that movie.
I haven't
before.
seen Village. I don't know what that is.
It's a John Carpenter movie.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
It's like a
was
horror
it pre-Superman?
No, it's 1995. So he was disabled.
Okay.
That was after
I think he would have been disabled at that point. I think.
Well, might have to watch. I heard that movie sucked though, so I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those shames because he was actually like, from what I've heard, he was actually a good dude. So, it's a real shame.
Bummer, Christopher.
Oh, shame. He fucking played the shit out of that role, man. Played the shit out of that role. I do want to point out, though, like, a couple of points that I really liked in this movie, where fucking, like, him just, like, I just like the idea of him just, like, being this Superman that just, like, is, like, fucking able to be like, can you go get a tanker that's full of oil? And he's like, oh, well, I like pussy. And he goes and solves that tanker issue, comes back for some pussy. And then he comes back into being normal Superman, and Superman shows up, and she's like, "Hey, babe," and he's like, "I don't know you, woman."
Different dude, Superman.
Fucking incel Superman. Supercell.
That Superman's dead.
It was Are you saying it was
Super Chad?
No, it wouldn't be Supercell. It would be Sigma Man. It would just be he was
Sigma
going
Man.
straight.
There you go.
He was
Sigma
going
Man
straight Sigma Man grind set. That was
Sigma,
what he was on.
Sigma Man versus Super Chad.
Yeah. No, that was a very funny part. Like Superman just like being a dick and just like taking oil tankers to get laid was very funny. They could have gotten more out of that, honestly, but like
they did a
pretty good job of that.
The movie straddles between being Superman and being funny, and like it's not enough in either world, and I think that's why it doesn't work as well as it should.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
I
still think
the Superman movie that I tried to make, though, again, the Superman movie that I tried to make is like basically like the exact same idea as like probably at least the Richard Pryor part of this movie, where it was like, what is going on in the world outside of Superman? What's it like being in a world affected by Superman? Now, I just I wonder if the inspiration for that thing.
No one's at all that, like, I know it's the third movie, so people are probably more used to him, but like no one is fazed by Superman. Like he shows up and the cops just like, oh, we need to get some. Oh, it's you, Superman. Okay, cool. Like that's
but then there's that weird gag at the end with the coal miners who are like, "Who's the blue guy? He just flies."
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "You haven't heard of him?" And then that's stupid.
That was terrible. That was one of the worst gags.
That was terrible because then Richard Pryor. This is like such a nitpick, but Richard Pryor does like he's like trying to like pretend he's also Superman. He does this thing, and. It's like such a stupid joke because this thing is just a thing that anybody who knows Clark Kent is Superman and has seen the Superman movies would make that reference. It was just stupid. It was fucking corny. It's
not like he was wearing an S underneath either. It was just like, why did he do it? What? Why is any of this?
No.
Why did that girl...
You've seen Superman 4 recently. Does Lana Lang come back in Superman 4 or is she just forgotten?
Lana Lang? Who's that?
The chick in this
Lana
movie.
Lang was the chick he was trying to bang in this one.
No. Yeah. And
then at the end of Superman 3, she becomes Perry White's secretary.
So, like, her being super smart has, like, that little bit of payoff, but that's it, because the next girl is the daughter of the evil Jewish hegemony that buys up the newspaper, and she wants to fuck
there's another chick he's trying to bang in Superman 4?
Yeah, so in Superman 4, what happens is... Superman 4, what happens is Lois Lane and Superman start going steady, but Clark Kent isn't interested in Lois Lane or the prettiest girl in high school, because now it's the Jewish daughter hegemony chick who's trying to vie him, and she's like taking him to Pilates, and she's being really aggressive, like how much she likes him and wants to fuck him.
God, dude, that is such a dumb idea.
It's wild. It's so stupid. Yeah, it's amazing.
It probably wouldn't have been saved by the footage, but apparently there's 45 minutes of deleted footage from Superman 4. So who knows? Maybe they cut it out because Southern California decided they didn't like it.
Superman 1 and 2. There were like 3 hours of fucking no, it was way more than that. It was like fucking like hours and hours, like fucking tins full of shit of Superman 1 and 2. Like, and it was like fucking like just there's more shit. There's more shit laying around. Even like that 45 minutes didn't make the cut.
No.
Hey, they made their money back. $17 million budget, $36 million box office.
Wow.
So, congratulations, guys.
That was like a failure compared to the previous movies, because I think Superman 3...
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, I don't know what the gross was on.
Superman 3 was $39 million budget and $80 million box office. So, pretty good. Not
That was
amazing.
kind of cool, though, about those Superman movies, though, is they were fucking independent, essentially. And that was kind of why 3 and 4 sucked so much, because the producers got too big for their britches and, like, took over too much power and hired a toady to direct them. And like, but like it's kind of cool because they were like actually independently made. Like Warner Brothers distributed them, but they were just like, all right, go fucking nuts with it.
It's the same tale, dude. It's happening again. It's like the small spirit independent, like we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it right and we're gonna have fun doing it, is getting replaced by like, we can make that CGI and special effects. Let's do in post production stuff. That's where it all dies.
Or let's just put in a famous comedian for no fucking reason at all.
Let's just put big names in there.
Because that was apparently... I didn't look up any review... I read the first paragraph of Roger Ebert's review of this, and he was like, obviously what everyone's excited about is Richard Pryor. He sucks. Something like...
Be.
You know, and I was like, yeah, Roger. Like, Roger Ebert gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
This wasn't Richard's first movie, was it? Was this
No.
Everyone
should know
that he's an awful actor by now. Within the first movie they saw with him in, it's like, he's not a good actor.
Who?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing I was asking, though, Brant, because I've only seen Richard Pryor in Stir Crazy with Gene Wilder, and that's
Punky
not a good
Brewster,
movie.
Stir Crazy,
I've seen
Hear No Evil, See
Pryor.
No Evil.
I feel like we've probably seen a lot of different Richard Pryor movies, but I don't know if anybody can like call to like man, he was good in that one. Because he just wasn't he wasn't an actor, dude. He was a comedian. He was a stand-up.
In Hear No Evil, See No Evil, he's pretty good. And that's, I think he's deaf in that one.
I mean...
Nah.
Was
he in Trading Places?
No, that's Eddie Murphy.
That's Eddie Murphy.
I know Eddie Murphy was the main guy. I was just... like, because I feel like there were a couple Eddie Murphy movies he did with Richard Pryor, though.
My bad cameo, maybe.
No. You're thinking of not Trading Places.
Harlem Nights.
Bruce, isn't it just Brewster's Millions? Is that what you're thinking of?
Brewster's Millions. Well, he was still shitty in that though. Like it's a good movie, but he was still shitty in that.
Yeah, that is a shitty. Actually, I have seen that movie.
It's a good movie. I forgot.
But he's not good. That's not a bad movie. That's not a bad.
It's
movie.
endearing. The writing, like. That's specifically
it hasn't
Richard
aged
Pryor.
well, and there's a lot of logic missing, but that's the plot is so fun.
It's a fun movie.
And it was done with a lot of heart. It's a fun vehicle.
The old white guys are the I haven't seen this movie in a while, but the curmudgeon-y like millionaires in that movie. yeah, like I'm trying. I'm
he'll never spend all that money. Oh, he sent us a rare stamp.
Yeah. That movie is a lot like Trading Places, honestly. Like,
well, that 80s comedies, a lot of 80s comedies are like,
what if a black guy and a white guy?
Like, I've got a 3-act structure here. I just came back from reading Adam McKay's book. I got a 3-act structure. Just put a famous actor and some tits here, and then we'll make a movie. It's gonna be great.
So in the 80s, it went from like, what if a black guy and a white guy trade places, to what if a poor white guy or a poor black guy and a rich white guy trade places. And then it went into like the 2000s where it was like, what if a mom and a daughter switch places? And then it went into like, what if who's the guy? Fucking Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo, and a hot chick trade places in that movie, Hot Chick.
Yeah.
And
now we have the
meanwhile,
other
since
one
the
with
1970s, porn has been doing all of these storylines way better.
and the new one is fuck me, the Wedding Crasher, not Owen Wilson.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn being a serial killer switching
Yeah,
place
that
with a
movie
young.
sucked. I was disappointed.
What is that movie? What
That
am I
was a
talking
fun
about?
plot. That was a shit movie.
That's the newest one of body switching comedies.
What movie is it? What are you talking? What movie?
It's called Freaky.
Freaky.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've heard
That's
of that.
it. That's all it's called.
Vince Vaughn body swaps with a young girl who is a serial killer, or no? Vince Vaughn's a serial killer. He body swaps with a young girl. The young girl is now a young girl in the body of a serial killer, and Vince Vaughn is in a young girl's body.
I think the full circle that you were looking for, Brant, like, and maybe this is a little bit like off the course.
It's
but,
twisty.
Like, Get
It's a
Out.
spiral.
No, but
I'm not
Get
looking for
Out.
a circle,
Get
that's
Out
what I'm
is
saying.
kind of
It's
like
all-
the 20. That's the Get Out is the next like this like generation's version of that, where it's like white people now
crumbly.
want to be in black people's bodies because
Yeah,
they want to
yeah.
be young and virile, and get that black.
But it's not a
soda.
comedy. It's the problem. And all these other ones
It's
are
supposed
comedies.
to be. Get Out is supposed to be
Is
a
it?
comedy.
Oh,
It's
why
supposed
the
to be like a
Yeah,
comedy horror.
no, it's fucking
It's-
no.
it's supposed to be a
but I
comedy
think Jordan
horror.
Peele's a fucking hack.
Jordan Peele.
No, he's a
sucks.
Come out and say it. I think that
Sucks.
fucker's
He
a
makes-
fucking hack.
No,
No, I
Jordan.
hate Jordan
I
Peele.
will defend Jordan Peele because
Over what?
Us is pretty
What is
good.
Jordan
Us
Poole?
is pretty good
Is it
up
Jordan
until the
Poole?
last 20 minutes, and then he fucking ruins all of his goodwill and good work in like a single line.
Yeah.
Up till
Us-
that though, it's perfect.
if he ruins the whole fucking movie with a single line, the movie was flimsy as fuck to begin with. That movie is
No,
like,
it made sense
that
until
movie
the
is
end. It
fine.
made sense. It
Yeah,
made sense
so
until
what?
the end because
Baby Geniuses make sense. Like if you're going by that logic,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
it
that's
was
the
well
thing.
done.
That's the thing,
Who
Brant.
fucking
Is
cares?
Baby Geniuses?
Okay.
Baby Geniuses makes just as much sense, Brant. But Baby Geniuses didn't not just get nominated for an Oscar, but win an Oscar on a person's
It didn't deserve that.
first
Did you-
film.
Did you guys see Us?
I'm actually looking forward to Jordan Peele's full-on fucking meltdown because this guy is so mad at Hollywood and white people because they've all been saying that his movies are the best movies that have ever been created, and he's on
Not
par
that
with
good.
like The Godfather and shit like that, and he's never won a fucking Oscar because they're only doing it because they want to put up
black
movies
guy.
that can make them feel good.
Well,
and this
and
guy's gonna
Chadwick
go
Boseman.
See,
fucking
that's the
insane.
thing, though, is like
He's gonna
taking
shoot
race out of
somebody.
it too, though. Taking race out of it, I feel the exact same way about Taika Waititi because I think Taika Waititi is at least Taika Waititi once made something really good, which was fucking What We Do in the Shadows. That
Yeah,
is
it's a good
an
movie.
unassailable classic. That is an unassailable
What has he
classic,
done
but he
that's
made
bad?
fucking Jojo Rabbit, which was fine. It was his fucking first big movie
Thor,
like that,
Love
and
Thunder
it
is
won
the
him
only
an
one
Oscar.
like
Same
that.
thing to me. Like I'm just like these people are
Okay.
fucking hacks, and they get treated like they're not.
I
It's
didn't like
pretty meh.
Jojo Rabbit was fine. It wasn't bad.
It's okay.
It was fine,
Us
but
is-
it
I
wasn't
thought
like
Us
it was
was
the same
good.
thing. It was like that shit,
I didn't
like
think Us
fucking
was
Us
Richard
was
Linklater
interesting. It had like a
has been
lot of
making
cool
movies for all
parts.
this time and has never won that award. Like
Spoiler alert, because you guys haven't seen Us.
I've seen
the
Us.
whole like, oh yeah, so you know at
That's
the
why
end
I'm
it's just
saying
like,
I don't
why
like
the
it.
fuck-
I'm like the
Yeah.
only film nerd
Why-
in the world who hasn't seen Us.
I
Cats,
saw
yeah,
Us
at
in
the end
theaters.
it's like when you learn that the girl got switched at the beginning, it's like what? Why the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Also, why
Yeah.
is that?
I mean, okay. The thing is, if he had just been slightly more subtle, like his idea was interesting in like a children's book kind of mentality, but like when you try to make it like so fucking like deep, like oh my gosh, it's a big class issue and it's all about like people.
Yeah.
There's the class of people that live underneath.
Tim
It's like, shut the
Heidecker's
fuck
character
up.
could have been
Like, just
brought
shut
back.
up.
If your ideology, if your message and ideology in your film fits the message and ideology of Hollywood at large, you can get away with putting some real student film shit into a Hollywood movie.
Exactly.
He would be a lot
It's a
better
fucking
if
stupid
someone was
film.
just there to like stop and be like, "That's too obvious. That's too over the head." And then I think then we would have a great movie.
I mean,
If
maybe
someone just-
Yeah, maybe. I think Jordan Peele would be a better like writer. I don't think he's a very good director.
Okay,
like-
yeah, I'd go with
I
Ryan.
don't know,
Like,
man.
'cause
I
Get
saw
Out-
that fucking first episode of The Twilight. So, did you see that
Fuck.
fucking?
Oh,
I haven't seen any other
God.
episodes. I've
You
never
write
heard
the
this good
Twilight Zone
episodes.
episodes?
But that
Oh,
first
God.
episode of The Twilight Zone is one of the worst things I've
It's
ever
fucking
seen.
horrible. I haven't
You
seen
wrote
any of
it?
the other episodes. Yeah, he wrote it. He directed it.
Oh.
It sucks so fucking hard.
Alright.
It was like a spit in the
Yeah.
face.
I
liked
to
Us.
It was so
Rod
bad, and it was
Serling.
like,
I'll stand
oh
by, I liked
man,
Us.
That's
I'm
fine,
getting
Rand. I mean, it's not
he's
terrible.
getting a big head. I
it's
bet
good
nothing
until the
bad's
end.
gonna happen here.
Yeah,
Every time I
no.
watch it, I just don't watch the last part. And
That's fair.
it's a great movie.
It's not terrible. It's not.
Yeah, no,
it's
I guess that's just how
entertaining
you
enough.
watch Jordan Peele shit.
Yeah. No, because Get Out sucked the entire
Stop
way. Get Out is
watching
a
as soon
shitty
as you
fucking
go,
movie.
huh?
It makes
Get
me
Out
want to get out
sucks.
of the theater.
It's terrible.
I go to a theater, but every time I watch Get Out, I say, I gotta get out of here.
Oh god.
They're like, he's back.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
How'd
Yeah,
you get
I don't
back
know. Speaking of which, have you guys seen Candyman? I know, while we're just like on a tangent here about like
No.
you know
I was
shitty
thinking of
fucking
watching
About
it.
films.
black film, about black
you know,
cinema,
Yeah, about shitty black cinema. Like that movie sucked. I
about
watched
forced
Isn't
ass
Candyman
fucking
just,
middle of the road fucking ghost script black cinema. I actually haven't seen Candyman. The trailers made it look fucking mediocre.
It's an older series.
Yeah, I know. I always thought
Visually,
it
it looked fine, but I've seen enough horror movies that I got excited about, like the fucking Babadook or fucking La Rona or any
Why
of
would
these
you-
fucking things where they have a
Wow.
nice trailer, they look like they might be scary, and then they're the most
Babadook
fucking
wasn't-
It
paint
never
by
looked
numbers
scary.
trash.
I haven't seen Babadook, but it always looked like shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just remember seeing the trailer and being like, there was something about the trailer that was like
It looks
it's based on a
suspenseful.
real thing or whatever, and I was like, ooh, spooky.
Ooh, you're like, oh, very suspenseful and thrilling, but
The
yeah, it's a bunch of
Babadook
gay.
and La Llorona, I remember, were the two that like made me think like, ooh, this could be good. And then I watched it, and I was like, this is just another paint by numbers garbage horror movie.
Ooh.
That
Yeah.
havenens so often, dude.
What's your
I think
problem
I
with
just horror
Candyman?
movies.
Candyman?
I can watch horror
I was
movies
gonna
when I was
watch
a
it
kid.
pretty soon.
Terrible.
I'm scared.
It's really bad. Candyman is a
Oh.
shit. Actually, no. I will say the best
Candyman
parts.
that bad.
No, it's not. It's not terrible. Terrible. There's good gore. There's actually some good like body horror kind of stuff as like his.
Ooh,
'cause
that's all
there's
I
like
like.
the most interesting thing about the movie is that like
I like that stuff.
like he's slowly transforming because there's this whole thing about the bees and he's like his face is becoming more and more fucked up because he's like becoming like infested by bees and bees swarm him. Like there's shit like that where it's
This
like
is giving me some Wicker Man vibes, bro.
kind of a little bit. I mean, it's just it was like it had some interesting direction. There's a really good
Sweet, like,
shot in there. Like there's a shot where like it zooms out from like this woman's apartment window and she's getting killed by Candyman, and every time someone gets killed by Candyman, you don't actually see him. You just see them getting like whipped around like a rag doll. And there's some good shots where it's like,
Which
oh, that's
sounds
cool. Yeah, like there's cool shit like that. But like the message is one of the it's just like Get Out, where like the message is so fucking like apparent and so just
Vague.
stupid. It's just
What was the
terrible.
message in Candyman?
White people suck. White people suck. That's all the fucking message.
Well, that's
is.
just the
Like,
message in every movie they make now.
No,
or at least white
okay.
males.
If I can rant about Candyman for one more second, the entire message
Go
of that
for it.
movie is that Candyman is like
Gentrification.
passed down from black person to black person. There's a new Candyman every time a black person gets mad at white people. In this case, so the past Candymans, it was because he was getting hung. He was he got lynched.
Wait, are you
whatever.
saying this is in universe? This is in universe what the plot is.
Yes.
I
And
think
so,
yeah.
in this Candyman, the reason this Candyman is all pissed is because white people don't like his art. That's literally fucking it. White critics go,
It sounds trash.
we don't really like your art. And he goes, oh, it's because I'm black, right? And then he just kills everybody. Like, that's literally the fucking thing. And it's like, dude, like, what? Like, is the
trash.
message here? And that was what made me think about Jordan Peele, because I was like, is this like, just as like Jordan Peele's wet dream, I feel like. 'Cause
You
I
could
think
have done that so
I think he
easily
produced it.
too.
Yeah, Jordan Peele was probably in the theater being like, I could have done that.
That's
He
not
wrote
that
it.
hard.
No,
It's
No,
just
Jordan
like
Peele
you-
produced this movie. He produced Candyman. That was literally him jacking off
Oh,
on
really?
screen.
Okay. So all right. So okay, that makes sense. That like I hate to see that all like black cinema that's getting produced is all by one fucking giant hack. But
Well, it's not
black cinema, I guess just
It's
has-
not black cinema, Dwayne. I mean, who's producing it?
Not black. Well, I'm saying not black cinema, but the fucking Martin Scorsese tier theme park shit.
Sure. Well,
Oh, it was written by Jordan Peele also. So there you go. He was literally jacking
Oh,
off
okay.
onto the.
So did
onto
it have
the
a
page.
terrible? Did it fit Brand's theory of having a terrible last 5 minutes?
No, the whole movie sucks.
it just all.
Oh, okay. It was. Just
It doesn't even make sense.
Trash.
Like, why would you do
Have
like
you
an
guys-
artist route?
Have either
That's
of
so
you guys
fucking-
seen Nope? Is
Because
Nope
Jordan
out
Peele
yet?
is so mad. Jordan Peele is so
It's
fucking
such a
mad he's never
yeah.
won an Oscar that he
It's
literally
such a
wrote a revenge
self-insert.
tale. He wrote a revenge tale
horribly-
about himself killing all the critics for not giving him a fucking Oscar because he thinks he's
Horribly
the best.
obvious. Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you do like, oh, it's a false rape accusation against this black guy or something, or like
Or something,
you know,
yeah.
he gets ran out of town, or like,
Yeah.
you could even be like some Proud Boy bullshit, or like white
Anything.
supremacists kill him while he's in jail, something, anything. But it's like,
Anything.
you don't like my art.
Yeah. So he has to.
like-
Honestly,
he
that
kills the
kind
fucking
as a
art
critic.
critic.
kind of just helps the point.
as a white
It kinda
man, I
just
wouldn't
helps
call
the
this art. I'd call
point
this
that,
fart. And he was like, I have to kill them all now. Ha ha.
It sucked.
Yeah. It
Don't
just
watch
helps
it.
the point that like most racial oppression in the modern era is just like, oh, the hair products are further down the aisle.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, there's probably really good fucking movies that, you know, black people want to make, but, like, they would probably be saying things that Hollywood wouldn't want them to say, and so that's never gonna fucking happen. It's the same thing with, like, you know, Mel Gibson's never gonna direct a movie either. I feel like, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed is never gonna get his hands on...
something like a year ago?
Yeah, didn't Mel do something, or is he doing
Didn't
something
he
right now?
just
He's never
do
gonna
something?
do...
And
he's
he did
never gonna do
fucking
a Hollywood
he did that
movie.
thing with Andrew Garfield just a couple years ago, and that was like fucking a decade.
I would be
post
very
Durant.
surprised.
They
Okay,
suck each other
I would be
off.
very surprised if Mel Gibson made another Hollywood movie that he directed again. I could be eating crow right
Dude,
now.
that fucking that one with Andrew Garfield was pretty fucking big britches, dude.
What did you direct? What did you direct most recently?
The one where Andrew Garfield was a pacifist. World War II movie.
What? Oh wait, no, you're not
You
talking
know the
about.
movie
I
I'm
was
talking
thinking
about.
about.
Oh, I
sorry,
think I know what you're talking about.
I was thinking. You immediately made me think about that missionary movie with Andrew Garfield that Martin Scorsese directed.
Oh no, that's a Scorsese movie, and that movie
yeah.
fucking rules.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Silence. That movie rules.
No, he
his
hasn't
brother
directed anything.
dies.
He hasn't directed anything
Right.
since Hacksaw Ridge, Dwayne.
Hacksaw
Andrew's
Ridge is the one I was
brother died.
talking about.
That was like 8
It was
years
Hacksaw
ago.
Ridge.
6 years
It was
ago.
8 years ago.
6 years
Like,
ago.
only 6 years ago? That's like what, 2020?
He was actually okay. Never mind. I'm an idiot. He was nominated for Best Director for that movie, apparently. So I think Mel
Yeah,
Gibson...
no, he got back into the system with that one, dude. I don't know what Mel did.
It's the
I don't know
confidence.
what they have on him.
Just the
but
confidence.
Mel got allowed.
Yeah,
back
he
in.
walked in there like, you know what, Mel? You know we're all Jewish, right? He's like, that's why I'm sitting on this side of the table. And they're like, damn it, he got us.
Oh wow, he's just laying his
We
nuts
got
right
funny-
down.
We Jews like funny people.
Okay, so
That's
I
why
will
we made
change.
Richard Pryor go into Superman 3.
I'll change my analogy. Tariq Nasheed will never get to make a Hollywood movie ever. Like
There you go.
real niggas
Well, then-
don't get
but
to make
Kat,
Hollywood movies.
Now you're talking about true, actual black Africans.
That's
You're
my
talking about
reason.
true
I know,
black-
but that's the
You're
whole
talking
point. That's the whole fucking point I was trying to make. That's the
There's
whole
two
fucking
categories. There's your buck broken and there's your unbroken. And Tariq is in the unbroken category.
point. He's
so.
unbroken, and fucking
Jordan
Peele
Peele has
is
been
buck broken as fuck.
My
broken.
He's
My
broken.
Superman 3 remake is I'm just going to have Tariq Nasheed direct it.
It would be good. It would be really fucking
Let's,
funny.
all right, let's just move
Done.
on to that part of it. What's your actual Superman 3 remake?
Me?
Yeah, go for it. What'd you think?
I 100% was good. I wanted to do like a more Homelander thing. I wanted like Superman to be an actual physical threat. So like, I was like, oh, like the tar just kind of made him a bad boy, but what if they like finally got into the whole, the red kryptonite makes Superman just a fucking murderous monster or something, and like,
Okay,
there was
wait,
a moment,
wait a second. Red kryptonite.
or whatever it is, because all the kryptonites do something
So I
different.
watched. Did you watch this movie on HBO Max?
No, I'm not saying there's red kryptonite in there. I'm just saying that's like a thing in the comics. Is like there's a couple different types of kryptonite that do different stuff to them.
So, because, all right, I just had like a schizophrenic break there. Like, it might just be a straight up Mandela effect thing. But when I watched this movie as a kid, I have a vivid memory of the fucking kryptonite that is given to Superman by Richard Pryor is red kryptonite.
I bet that it was
wasn't
green in this
when I
one.
watched the movie back.
I bet that's in the Donner cut, honestly, because that would make more sense. Because I think the red one.
Donner cut of Super 3.
I think it's in the Donner cut because like red kryptonite does make him more of a dickhead, like canonically. I think. So we just do that. We just make it red, and then we have
Donner cut of Superman 3 though, bro.
Sorry, the Snyder cut. But we just have him have a red.
There was no room. There was no room for red kryptonite in the tight plotting of Superman 2, Donner cut or otherwise.
What was it? Oh no, they should have. They should have had red. Anyways,
Superman 2 is only Zod, dude.
So fuck.
Yeah,
that's
Terrence
what it
Stamp
should've been.
Kneel before Zod.
Because he like takes his power away
Anyway,
too.
continue on. I'm sorry. I totally derailed you. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, I know. 2 is a much better one. Oh fuck. So like, yeah, give him red kryptonite, make him like more of a threat, and have it kind of be more like Lois, I think that's kind of what they want to do in Man of Steel too, where it'd be like Lois Lane was kind of like trying to help the people of the world. Like, how do we like slow him down at least? Or like, what do we do about Superman? He's literally a god. So if we kind of like take it more to that angle of like, what would happen if like Earth's greatest defender suddenly didn't feel like defending us anymore?
Man, I would really like it, Brand.
That's
if
it?
we were able to give a story, because like that's something that like it seems like every like fucking a lot of Superman stories and modern Superman stories especially
That's
seem
all
to
it
do
is,
is
yeah,
like
it's
they
pretty
literally
great.
can't think of any way to make it so Superman has a challenge unless they make Superman himself his own challenge.
I think
And that gets old.
That's
That
why
shit gets
Superman.
old.
That's
The
why
problem is-
Superman's a boring fucking superhero. That's why he's
Yeah.
just boring.
Unless
In my
he's
opinion.
fighting Zod, dude. There's 5.
Okay, I haven't
did
seen
that
the
in
first
two.
two.
They already
I haven't
did
seen
that.
the
I
first
can't have
two,
them-
but like it just as
And
far as I
fucking
know
the
about
first
Superman, I
was
think
just
he's
Lex
a boring
Luthor, dude.
fucking
He was just a
Superman.
nerd out nerding him. Like it was literally Superman 1 was just nerd versus jock. That's all it
But
was.
in two, they took away his powers. They had him like fight his own people, and it was like the three again. And then like they already did. So it's like, what else do I do other than like, well, I guess Superman's a threat. You can't bring more people in, and they do the Bizarro one in the fourth one. It just seems like the most what they were trying to do with it already was like make Superman's the bad boy now, but they kind of just did it this weird pussy 80s way of like, well, now he's hitting on women and he's correcting architecture and blowing out fires, but also kind of being a dick. You know what I liked most about it was like just him being a dude. I liked him fucking with that one drunkard from high school or whatever, and I liked him just like showing him up
Like
and stuff. If anything, like I would more.
Yeah, no,
want...
well, that's fun. That's Clark Kent like showing the humanity of
Yeah,
Superman.
and that's like the problem is like Clark Kent's the best part of Superman. So like
He
what
is,
if
and
we
in
make-
this movie, in Superman 3 specifically, like a lot of those are like the only like parts of the movie that have actual heart and aren't just like based around
Yeah.
sight gags. Constantly.
maybe we can make this
Yeah.
split something more like evil Superman, Red Kryptonite still makes him split, but instead of like fighting, the Red's one's like, all right, bye later, dick. And he fucks off, and now it's like Superman's like, oh, I have to like stop myself. Dun dun dun. Do it like that.
Wait, it means Superman has to say that. So like he just like he gets in contact with the red kryptonite and they just like straight up splits and then
Well, that's
fucking
what it
red
does
guy
already.
goes off.
He fucks off to the junkyard, and he just turns into two.
Yeah,
people
no,
and they
honestly,
fight.
I have been confused by that fight scene
That
since
was
I was
weird.
a child.
Yeah,
I'm still
it
as
was.
confused. Like I'm just like, was this like why did he just like out?
So let's cement it. Let's make it real.
himself and then he morphs away?
It's not a weird mental fever dream of Superman that he fights himself. Let's make it like Superman actually is like splits atomically and has this little clone of himself.
He
that,
was
like,
drunk
Isn't
as
that
shit
Bizarro,
and a
though?
child was
That's
yelling
just-
at him in the
isn't
movie.
that
No,
just
Bizarro
If
was
you're
a
drunk as
different,
shit and a child is
universe.
yelling
Oh, okay.
at you, that's when you go
Yeah.
through like Superman fighting yourself kind of things.
Bizarro, and then like in the fourth one, Nuclear Man. But yeah, Bizarro is just Superman from like
Bizarro was essentially what Superman was in Superman 3, but he wasn't really Bizarro.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
you know what?
I see.
Because I don't want to take the Bizarro one because I feel like Nuclear Man was too close to that. But yeah, it's just like that's it.
They were
the main
both.
difference
Superman 3 and Superman 4 did that same thing.
just split them.
How does your
Just-
movie start? I'm curious. Like, what's the setting that you're gonna go for? Like, that's that you're gonna do. Fucking gnats. Jesus Christ.
Well, I think I'm the one with.
And is this
only-
going to be more Donner or more Lester?
I think
Lester was the silly one.
Yeah, Lester would play better the silly one, but we gotta go more Donner. It's gotta be kind of more like less like, oh, here comes Superman. He's gonna be a bit of a silly Billy, and more like General Zod, where it's like Superman just kind of like takes over the UN. He's like, you will bow to me. I am God.
So you do just want to make like a home. He's Homelander, basically.
So you're
He
just
is
making the
Homelander.
Homelander.
That's what Homelander's based off of.
You're just making
I mean,
a
yeah,
top
obviously.
dollar, like Homelander.
It's Superman versus
He's
Superman.
making an official
This
character.
this would print money. People went to go see that shit movie Batman versus Superman. They'll see Superman versus Superman. God damn it!
I mean, they would see it. That's not saying.
Okay, Brand.
God damn it.
Can you just he's an American hero, dude. He's an American hero. He's an icon.
And he's got to defeat
He's
the corruption that is himself.
Yeah, I've never.
He's got to cleanse himself of this corrupt part of him
Icon, dude.
by finding out where it lives and dragging it and its children out in the streets and beating it to death and hanging it in front of...
Brand, okay, scratch what I just said. Just do this exact story beat for beat. You can change it if you must, but just make it an obvious Jordan Peele tier metaphor. That's what I ask of you. Make it a metaphor for something. Just for something. Just make it a metaphor about society at large. Okay, that's your task. Cats, what do you got?
All right. Well, I'm kind of sticking, to Superman. Superman 3 was something that I felt like in a lot of ways I should have liked and I didn't. Like, even the parts that, even like just specific moments, I was like, oh, I really feel like I should like these gags and stuff like that, and the way that the plot's going, and the way that the villain is so like convoluted. Like, just everything that's happening is just like
I like
very
the way the guy who
disconnected.
plays the villain does that. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was campy. That was good. That was cool.
So I think, but the biggest problem with this movie, honestly, was Richard Pryor. And I think that's because Richard Pryor's character was just shit. Like, it was a terrible character. So I think the main thing that you need to change, Richard Pryor needs to be a teenager. Or Richard Pryor is a teenager in my version. And he is kind of like Syndrome from, Incredibles? Richard Pryor looked up to Superman. And he said, Superman, I'm a technical whiz. I know computers. I can help you, navigate.
I can be your man in the chair.
I can help you. I can help you do all this stuff. Superman goes, no, kid. He does the whole Incredibles line, like, I'm a one-man team, kid. Sorry. And Richard Pryor gets, our teenager kid gets very, very upset about that. So he decides, I'm going to start cyberbullying Superman. And so he's cyberbullying Superman. He's fucking his shit up so bad that he's just like giving him a bad mood every morning. He's like he's making sure that like.
So Superman's on Twitter. Is he like at Superman?
No, because Superman's a journalist. He finds out that he finds out about Superman's.
Okay. Because as a journalist, his entire job is checking Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. So he doesn't dox Superman, but he gets his dox. He finds Superman's dox. And he starts cyberbullying Superman and just fucking his shit up day in and day out. And a corporation guy, whatever our character is in this movie, the rich white guy, some rich white guys find, this kid and they're like, we love what you're doing. We love it. We want to give you money for it. We want you to spread misinformation to Superman, and we want you to, like, get him to do what we want. It's like basically they're like Russia. They're Russia and Superman's Trump. And they're like, we're gonna start interfering with this election here, and
basically what you're saying as well is they are Kiwi Farms and Superman is Chris Chan.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yeah. And our teenager is Noel. That's what's going on right here.
I'm following.
So and I don't have too much more beyond this because like I didn't write out a whole thing, but basically as I see it. This kid starts like misinforming Superman and making him very belligerent and enraged by just like constantly assaulting him with like a battery of information and just like he's sending things to his house. He's getting people to like they don't know that it's Superman.
Martha.
Yeah, he swatted Martha. He's just fucking his shit up, and it all like I also I like the weather thing in this movie, like even though it was kind of shitty how they did it. Like this kid he's got HARP, like he's able to hack into HARP and he's fucking up the weather and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a whole he's just like casually dropping like all this Illuminati conspiracy shit and he's like, dude, do you want to just like watch the Tower 7 video? Just, like, do you want to just like see what that looks like? No, he's like, hey Superman, can I have this like schizo edit I want to show you. You want to watch a 10-hour schizo edit? And he's like, no, I don't. And he just keeps sending it to him and it's just making Superman go crazy. I don't know. So,
keep going. I know what I want to ask you for though.
Oh, okay. Because I don't have much more beyond this, but they enlist the corporation, rich white guys enlist this guy to fuck with Superman. Where was I fucking going with this? Because I didn't write this part down. He starts fucking shoot. Yeah, whatever. What was your question? Just let me think about it for a second. What was your question?
Okay, yeah, no, I'll go off of because I really like what you have what you have down so far. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this fucking incel with all of the corporation behind him trolling Superman approach. I want you to would also like, and I would also like, but I would like an example or two of like what he does. Like, does he like just like fucking have Superman come and save an anime girl? Like, and he's just like so innocent, he doesn't even realize that it's obviously an anime girl that is like fucking hitting him up. And he's just like, I thought they looked like that over there. I don't fucking know. Like that's just a fucking joke. That's just like fucking like if you can give me an example of like what he does, that's something that I'd like. But most and more importantly, I want you to take that situation he's getting in with them with that particular fucking like he's using HARP, he's using the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's using all. How does Superman win that? By being the absolute corniest classic American good guy that just brings a tear to your eye, being like, man, how could you take the high road that hard?
Sure.
Like
sure.
that's what I.
So okay, the point that I was trying to get to, and that actually works with what you're saying. The point that I was kind of missing was all of this like is he gone?
Who? Me?
Dwayne.
I'm back.
No. Okay, you're back. Okay. All of this like
yeah, no, I zipped out, I guess, for a second.
Yeah, you're frozen. The cerebral assault on Superman isn't just to like fuck his shit up and make him like constantly annoyed and just make it so he can't like focus on the things that the corporation. No, it's not a distraction. The entire point of this is to make it so that Superman is radicalized. They're trying to radicalize Superman and they're trying to turn him into the internet and they're trying to turn him into
one man January 6th.
Yes,
so that they can arm the federal government for the military industrial complex.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's about what I was going for. That's about what I.
Either way, though, I like that even more. Yet again, you're just building on a great thing. But like, did you hear the whole request I had, or did I?
That's why I was saying that fits well with what your request is. So
it does fit incredibly well. So show me how he can just like full fucking Constitution at these absolute corrupt motherfuckers, and just be an eagle and a heart, and even better than the American government, just the American soul. Just toss that. Just give me that.
Right,
just douse me in that. Just cream me with that. Okay, Brant, what you got? Where were Brant before like give me a previously on Game of Thrones. What the fuck was your retard shit about?
So Superman's gonna split into two, and a lot of the focus is gonna be kind of a Superman v Superman. But I kind of was like, you know what, Richard Pryor should be in this one still. So I think the best thing to do would to be not only have Richard Pryor be himself in this movie as the guy who kind of like ends up making the red kryptonite on accident, but when Superman splits, the DNA that he leaves on that red kryptonite helps the kind of zygote process, and so the other cats knows what's happening.
Wait. Before you keep going with what you're doing, just like, what do you mean when he splits? How does Superman like get split by the like when you say residue is left on it? How does he split himself?
Because it's like it's just like in the same way where it's just gonna be like he's probably because
but you're saying residue. It makes me think he was just splitting himself.
You're just like his DNA, just like he like coughs on it or whatever, or like sneezes on it. And so Superman's thanks for this cool red rock, brother, my man.
So this is still presented in exactly the same way Richard Pryor is there as the general.
Yeah, if you want it like that. I was thinking more like...
I'm not asking about what I want, I'm asking about your vision.
I was thinking more like he's just kind of doing it, and we just kind of like, instead of doing it as silly like that, it's more like... the guy who's like running the whole corporation of Richard Pryor is gonna be like, we're gonna lie, we're gonna get Superman to show up because we're gonna say that it's gonna be this big thing, and that's when you're gonna give it to him, and that's where we're gonna, and all that. Superman goes home, he falls asleep. Richard Pryor's like, well, I guess the red kryptonite didn't work, man. Bummer, brother. And then like that's when Superman's at home and he splits into two, and he wakes up and they both look at each other. And the other Superman, he's evil. He's got all like the ruthless cunning and like power that like Superman has. But Clark Kent is now a black man. He's Richard Pryor's also Clark Kent now. Have you guys seen Watermelon Man by chance?
I have. I fucking hated that movie, Brant.
It's so good when he turns black and then like the wife gives him chicken and watermelon for dinner.
Yeah, I know.
But basically, the whole point
like
of this
piece
is
of shit.
it's going to be the power of the black man is going to find unity in his other brothers in the the slums of the city, and they're going to rise up and they're going to stop the evil whitey Superman. And that's when and Superman's going to become white again because you have to have that. But at the end, he's going to
he's American after all.
Yeah, but he's going to give the cake to some little black kid, and then we're going to get like a question mark after the end as it fades on that.
That's where I thought you were going, and I was like, he can't be going that way. But
I was hoping for a more metaphorical thing, but like that is exactly what I asked.
That's pretty fucking metaphorical there.
It is, man. It's very metaphorical. It's very metaphorical.
Because Superman is made up of two races, just like America, the blacks and the whites. And sometimes we find ourselves divided. But in the end, when we come together with the white man ruling...
What would I feel like John I I'm not gonna say it on air. We're trying to keep it PC as possible, but I feel like this is a John Lennon song, but you just take out woman and you add Superman in there, and then you got your movie.
Kryptonians are the that'd be perfect. You could have Richard Pryor singing.
Dude, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Cats, but I hate to fucking if you're white and you're quoting a song, like I think that's the only time you're allowed to say it, as long as Kendrick Lamar didn't ask you to.
Yeah, is John Lennon is he historically?
He's British.
Yes.
British are kind of like niggers.
That's true. British are like blacker
that's
than
all that
niggers.
matters.
Honestly, that's
yeah. We could have Richard Pryor singing. It would be great. It's just like Kryptonians. I don't know how he sings.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The
Kryptonians are the
song.
niggers of the yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a John Lennon song. Did you know that song exists, Brant?
Of course.
In reference, I don't know the song.
Yeah, it's been memed pretty hard.
Yeah.
He would just replace women with Kryptonian. Yeah, other than that, it's bringing down the man. That's the majority of the movie right there is after Whitey gets the...
I feel like does he when he turns black, is he like called super melon or something? Like what's his
super melatonin?
Yeah, super melatonin or melanin.
It's Superman, but you say it like Superman.
Super my man.
There you go. Yeah.
And he's got like parachute pants and like the high and like the glittered heels, and he's like walking out the gazoot suit.
The gazoot? I believe it's a zoot suit.
A zoot suit. Yeah, it's not a gazoot suit. Just
zoot suit.
Just zoot. Yeah, just zoot suit.
Gazoot suit is when you're wearing it and a German sneezes.
Gazoot suit.
Stupid.
Gazoot yeah.
Yeah,
I can't.
All right, Brant. All right, so you're just making a race war between the Supermans, and then
because
when Whitey comes out on top, essentially.
Well, no, it doesn't. Whitey doesn't come out on top. I don't think.
No.
Well, no, he gave away the cake to Black Child, but he still came out. Whitey still made sure that he got his foot.
We'll show it. We'll show that Superman's still black because he'll go here you go, little nigga. After he gives it to him, because he's still a little black.
So it's kind of like that scene with Superman and Richard Pryor thing.
Here you go, my nigga. Yeah. See,
We're proud, my nigga.
Yeah, you've been watching too much The Boys. This is just a Homelander moment.
I think did this happen in The Boys? I feel like this totally happened.
I feel like it fucking did, honestly.
It
might as well have.
I think A-Train had a thing about when he's A-Train to Africa. They're kind of doing that in it.
A Homelander is such an evil white caricature that I feel like he would be the only white person ever allowed to say the N-word on Amazon.
Oh, dude, in the comics, he literally screams. Apparently, at some point.
I saw that. I saw that panel. That's fucking great. Yeah.
When the planes come down, he's just screaming the N-word the whole time.
Yeah.
Niggers! Fucking niggers! Oh, sick. Why'd they cut this?
Yeah, he goes hard. Yeah, they were pussies for cutting that out, honestly. That should have been. Yeah.
You know what's fun about our podcast is you just know after every episode we're never gonna be on SNL. If that was ever in the cards,
done.
You just already know, like
Fucking
you've already.
done.
See,
you're
we're
already-
smart because we save all the N words like for the end, so like people can listen like an hour and be. See,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
you gotta
that
earn it.
bad.
Yeah, we generally do. Yeah, you have to watch the whole fucking thing if you're.
And
gonna
no
get
one
us.
see that's the other beautiful part of it is no one's ever done that before. And the only
No.
people who ever will are people in the future when we're just like probably like 47 and like Brant's on a mass shooting and they're just looking back through it and they're like, look at the racist people that like enabled Brant before he just started blasting.
Brant literally has a shirt right now that says "I have a gun and I'm schizophrenic." I mean, the warning signs are
But it's
already
in-
there.
But it's in pride colors because I'm an ally.
Yeah. No, he's gonna go shoot up a.
No,
what-
that's not a threat. That is a showing
It's a
of
threat.
force
Yeah.
for prideful
It's a-
purposes.
No, it's not a threat. It's he's just trying to diversify. He's just trying to no, wait, what would it be? He's trying to level the playing field. He's trying to break that glass ceiling is what it's.
Yeah, no,
what
he's
it
trying to
is.
punch up. He's just trying to punch up.
No. Yeah.
All
I
right,
feel like-
cats. All right, so Brant, just Brant. Before we move back to cats, just give me like in 20 seconds, just the you just like I'm the guys who own the Superman thing, whatever
Richard
their
Pryor
names
is
were.
Superman, and he's gonna fight white Superman, and he's gonna do it with the power of funk.
Like
yeah.
it.
Inshallah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Inshallah.
Cats.
No,
what do you
you're
got?
supposed to say Ahuru. Ahuru.
Ahuru, inshallah, brother.
No, I don't think Uhuru is a little. That's a little crass for that, and no one's gonna get it. No one in Hollywood's cool enough to get it.
The Ahuru? The Ahuru?
They,
you know
yeah,
what?
no,
Ahuru
dude, I don't
isn't
think any
Gavin
of them
McInnes.
have ever mentioned 5 breakfast cereals were getting punched by their best friends.
That Ahuru isn't Gavin McInnes. It didn't come from him. It came from.
Where
that
did it come?
Ghazi-
See, like, I'm so lame, I didn't even know this. Where did it come from before
Did
this?
you not watch the fucking documentary? It came from that.
I might
black
have just
guy.
missed that part because I drink a lot.
Yeah, it was it was from that black guy that was like had the entire like cut group of white guys where he was just like, so you're a colonizer, right? And they're like, yeah, we suck. And he's like, you're gonna give me money, right? And they're like, yeah, here's your money, Ahuru. And then they do that kind of shit. Like that's where that fucking thing came from. I don't know where he got it. It could be like fucking,
Okay, well, I wonder where he got it from.
yeah.
That sounds like an important etymology. Either way, cats. So bring me back into your universe. Where were we? Where did we last leave off?
I'm going
Previous on
full-
Game of Thrones.
I'm going full sellout mode. I'm going full on. We're trying to appeal to the Tumblr crowd. We just want to we want to play it as safe as possible. So because this whole thing is about the dangers of misinformation. This is about the dangers of the internet radicalizing people and how one person should not have so much
Cats,
power.
I just want to warn you that if you're about to equate Superman's good morals to being a Tumblr fag, then we're about
No.
We're about
No. We're trying to keep this safe. We're trying to keep this safe, and so
Okay.
we want to have a
Worried, but I'm
safe
listening.
a safe resolution. So, Superman being online bullied, Superman being relentlessly sent schizo posts, doxed, sent he's getting kryptonite sent to his front doorstep, that kind of shit.
And he's already tweeted about how that's not cool, guys.
It's not
This is
cool.
kryptonite.
It's not cool.
People
And
shit.
for
Not
some
cool
reason,
at
when he
all.
tweeted it wasn't cool, he got even more kryptonite sent to his door. Who would have fucking thought?
He
I don't know.
tried saying it wasn't cool.
Yeah, like they didn't
Putting
listen.
your
What's wrong
guys'
with
shit
it?
in lead boxes isn't gonna make me not smell it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Superman is saved, and who is he saved by? A woman. A woman comments on his Twitter, and she says, "Superman, touch grass," and Superman says, "Maybe I should touch grass." Superman flies to the White House lawn, and he touches the grasses of freedom. He touches the grass of freedom. He touches the White House lawn. He gets his hands really into it, touches it all over, and he says, "Wow, I haven't been outside in 40 days because the internet has been cyberbullying me." And all of a sudden, I have touched grass, and I just feel like a new person. I feel like a new person. I'm rejuvenated. I have vitamin D, and I have touched the grass of freedom, and all of a sudden, this America has soaked back into me, and I am no longer going down the incel, misinformation pipeline. And he gets up and he says, "Okay, we're gonna nuke free speech, and we're gonna get rid of all misinformation on the internet, and we're gonna make sure that it comes from verified sources."
That would make a fun short film if you just fucking someone getting bullied hardcore like Superman or whatever. like getting bullied hardcore on the internet, and he keeps himself in his house for 30 days, and then he comes out based on some liberal loving to come out and accept his privilege and his power and such. But it turns out that people were only mad at him because he was Superman and he wasn't going outside for 30 days. And it just fucking pulls out from him touching the grass to just like fucking all of his supervillains, just like making Nazis run all of the streets.
He's fucking raping Lois Lane across the street.
Yeah,
exactly. So like he just thinks it was because he fucking tweeted a picture of him with I don't know, a Thomas Jefferson statue, or like he did one of these or something. He actually was just like letting millions of people die, so they were hating him on Twitter.
Well, the thing is, he probably walks out on the street and Lois Lane is getting, like, gangbanged by a group of thugs, and he's like, well, you know, there's context to this that's probably missing, and I feel like there's a lot of it.
By the way, I just want to say on behalf of Bad Circle, thugs could be any race when we say that word.
I didn't say... I don't...
Oh, I just want to say that.
Wasn't saying
I think of them as Japanese. What do you guys think of them as?
Yakuza is generally what I think of when I hear thug, actually. Like, I generally think of
thugs. I think of roaming Irish gangs because of... I only think of what I'm allowed to make fun of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I always think of a bunch of angry croats, honestly. Like they're they're walking around, they're flinging their Mediterranean food, and they're just.
And I don't even acknowledge the existence of croats. I think croats just exist so you can get away with saying krauts, you racist.
It's a term, and I didn't say you could say it, so let's just.
I'm part German though, so I can say krauts if I'm trying to make a joke about croats, because I think krauts are higher on the offensive, whatever the fuck. Because we did a Holocaust. What have you guys even done?
No, Croatia didn't do a Holocaust, but they helped in the Holocaust. So, I mean...
Yeah, but we were fucking OG.
Hey, my race genocided more than your race. Fuck you. No.
Hey, at least the race that Katz's guys killed, like, aren't around anymore.
It's true. The
we need to get, like, Ancestry.com, like,
Brant's
and
right.
Just go off the percentage of our blood type, just what our KD is racially.
Yeah. No, the Croats were very efficient. We don't even know who the names of the people they killed anymore because they're so erased from history. We still know who Jews are. So I mean,
exactly how we don't know the names of the people who fucking voted for Joe Biden, dude. Like that, just because we don't know the names doesn't mean they're fucking real, dude.
We're going back on the America First episode, guys. Guess what? It's back. January 6th. We should do a live of like the final hearing for the January 6th.
That would be fun, actually.
I'm down, dude. Honestly, maybe our podcast is better served by just being white guys watching the news.
Oh,
that's how you make
it's hog facing the whole fucking time.
We should just live react to Trump on Truth Social.
Man, I'll let it happen.
Speaking of which, did you guys see? The Trump just actually won me over a little bit. Like I had gotten to just like fucking hating him. He won me over a little bit. Like back again today because he trashed Elon Musk so fucking hard. It got my dick hard, actually. Like,
what did he say? What did old Donnie do?
He just said that Elon Musk is a little faggot and that he should, when Trump was president, he was like, if I told him to get down on his knees and suck my dick, he would. Did
he actually say that?
No, he said if I got him, what did he say? He said if I told Elon Musk when I was president to get down on his knees and beg, he would have. And he wanted to say suck my dick, but he somebody told him not to. Yeah. No, you knew it, and it was great. It was. I loved it. It was like, oh man,
dude, I didn't see that, but I feel like Trump knows that like it's time to start shooting again if he's gonna start shooting again. Because like that thing he said about the bike, where like his response to Joe Biden falling off a bike was like, "I give you my word, I will never
ride a bike." Great.
That was good. That was good shit. That was a joke.
It gave me some 2016 like vibes. I was
yeah, but see that's the thing though is like he isn't as public as he was. So like fucking back then he was just like rattling haymakers left and right, and he was just hitting dubs. Like he had a high fucking shot percentage. But now he's from the fucking wings, so you only hear about it when he gets a good shot off, you know.
Well, he did his first rally in like years. I'm pretty sure. Like he hasn't even gotten a chance to do a rally in a while. This was the first one he's done. So I mean, it was.
Do you think he's only going at Elon Musk now, though, because he knows he's not going to run Twitter?
He's only going after Elon Musk because Elon said that he's never voted for a Republican. That's literally it.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, Elon just said that he's never voted for a Republican, and I think that's what Trump was mad about.
I think he said like he's never voted or so. It's like, you're going to be my first vote, DeSantis, and then DeSantis was like, thanks for the African-American vote, haha.
No, because in Trump's speech in his rally, he said, "Oh, Elon said that he's never voted for a Republican, but he said he voted for me, so fuck that guy." Like he says that in the speech, so I think it was literally that petty. Like he's like, he didn't vote for me, well fuck him.
Yeah,
like it's very
That's
funny.
Trump's biggest L, dude, is because Trump was just so hyper focused on just any attack on him, dude.
Yeah, but
Dude,
when it's Elon Musk,
I'm
it's
bitch.
totally fine. I fucking hate Elon Musk so much.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone loves to suck his dick, and it's like they're the same people that suck Elon's dick are the same people like, did you know Nikola Tesla was actually an Edison wasn't a great inventor? He was just stealing and patenting. It's like,
Oh, no
that's what
shit.
fucking Elon's doing, you retards.
Yeah. Well,
He hasn't
Elon,
invented a goddamn thing.
Yeah, he's never-
just
he invented subways. Did you know Elon Musk invented subways for California? Wow.
Did he
Wow.
start? Did he start PayPal?
Yeah, and PayPal's the shittiest fucking payment processor in the goddamn planet. It gives out all of your information. You can't trust a single fucking thing that they do. So yeah, fuck
It's
PayPal and fuck Elon Musk, honestly.
if he made anything, he made PayPal. Yeah, but that's all I would give him is he made a
He also
shitty
did
interface.
Cash App. So I don't know, was that or no, he didn't do Cash App. Cash App was Jack Dorsey.
Either way,
Is this-
PayPal sucks. So the one thing that Elon created sucks. Like it fucking sucks.
Sucks.
Teslas suck, and I hope every
Bad.
Tesla driver like runs off a fucking cliff. And like his
Bad
subway.
karma, bro. It's bad karma.
No, it's
Bad
not bad
karma.
karma. It would be good karma if they all fucking died.
Every
It'd be good
Tesla
fucking
driver,
karma.
like
Every
one
single
bad guy
fucking.
at a
When I
bar
say
and
every
he's
Tesla
like,
driver,
"Oh,
I mean every goddamn Tesla driver. They can all.
And I'll make sure
okay,
that
we're going to
happens
draw the line in the
personally.
sand. Every fucking single one of
every
those
Tesla driver.
fuckers.
When I say
I'll kill
every,
them
I mean every.
myself.
Yes. I'm gonna
Oh,
set fire to every charging station I fucking see.
I said fire.
Well, either way, I like Katz's
Watch it
base
burn
idea.
from very
Brant,
far.
I like what Brant did with his idea, even though it was cheap. So just make it a race war. Like,
Race
I like-
war.
I
it's
like
not a
that.
race war, but it is. It's
It kind of
It
is,
is.
Brent. It's a little. It's slightly race warish.
Oh,
Just a
Richard
little.
Pryor would be the
As a
best black
treat.
Superman. He would be the best black Superman.
No, he.
and that is a better. Richard Pryor would have been stoked to do.
He
that.
would have been a fun
Apparently, the only
Superman.
reason he got the role in this movie was they wrote in the movie after they saw Richard Pryor on Johnny Carson talking about how much he liked Superman 2.
That's it?
feels like it's right. It feels like
Yeah.
he's definitely kind of just written in. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
that's why he doesn't belong.
Feels
in
like
the movie.
Richard Lester
He
was
has-
like, I would rather be making a Richard Pryor movie. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that and throw some Superman.
I'm
in
just
it.
gonna throw
Hey,
Richard
Richard.
Pryor, and there was zero backstory or zero
Hey,
like
Dick
motivation.
Pryor. He's like, I prefer Richard. He's like, I heard he did it. He whips his dick out. Why don't you suck on this?
Why
You
don't
be
you
in my
s-
movie, big
Hey,
guy.
Can I break your buck? Get in my movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at those
No.
balls. Dang, buddy, what you got in there?
No, that was a dick on dick crime. Like we had 3 dicks. There's a lot of dicks in Superman. Apparently, there's Dick Donner, there's Dick Lester, there's Dick Pryor.
Mhm.
Like Jesus fucking Christ.
A lot of dicks.
A dick party.
What is it with dicks?
You know, that was the like.
Fat dicks.
I was
Little
actually
dicks,
kind
too.
of
Thin
Brant, you
dicks.
didn't even get that.
Black
I'm
dicks.
Brant, you didn't get that reference, and I'm sad. But
What's with dicks?
what
Did
is
you
it with
get,
what is it with dicks?
How do you think Superman was packed in this movie? Like looking at because like this is like superhero movies back in the 70s. They still were doing the girl guy, man. This is like the only superhero movie that like fully committed in the modern-ish era to being like we're
The
doing
Plinkett
the fucking
reviews.
undies, and like he doesn't bulge that hard, but I feel like it's pretty apparent that it's in there. Like, do you think there's cup things, or do you think like how much do you think like, because I don't know, I hate to always bring up dicks, but like I'm always curious how much people are packing
It
around.
looks like he tucks because he doesn't have to like actually have his legs splayed.
You think he's
for most
straight
of
up
the movie.
tucking, dude? Because there's a little bit of jump there, you know? Like, because that was an intentional choice. They're like, fucking,
That's just the
like,
shaft.
you
Christopher
could hide
Reeve-
it all easy. You could do
The
it straight
shaft
up
is
tuck
like-
if you wanted to. But they were just like, no, we gotta. This is an American icon. We gotta have a little bit of
A
jump.
little bit of
You got
bulge. You gotta have some
normal
a little
bulge.
bit
shaft.
of set. Little
And
just
it's
a,
just
just
kinda
a
cool.
hair
No, but
tent, not a full
Christopher
campsite,
Reeve-
but a tent.
I could be totally fucking wrong on this. Christopher Reeve gives like he seems like one of those Chads with a small dick. He seems like he has like small dick Chad energy. Actually,
You think so?
I'm
6'4", dude. And the
He's
scenes
dick.
where he was like coming at Lana Lang, dude. The scenes where he was coming at Lana Lang, that was real dick energy right there. Dude. That was real dick energy on the screen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like there can be Chads with small dicks. You don't know.
Okay, well, either way, if he has a small dick, he has like an average dick. He just has a
Yeah.
disappointing because you'd expect a 6
Yeah,
incher,
exactly.
and he's just got.
He's only
pocket
got like a
half.
7-incher.
He's got like
he's
a
got
5.5.
5.5, dude.
Yeah, 5.5.
He's got like a half a shoe size. He's just got like an average. He's got a factory.
He whips it out, and it's like every time a black guy whips out his dick, and then it's like it's if it's small, it's very
unless it's just like a fucking
yeah. Cry.
You said every time you said like it's like when a black guy whips his dick out. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a crime.
I see. No, I was basing this off of. No, there was. I knew a guy in college, and it was a black guy, and he would never shut up about how small his dick was. He would always just talk about like, yeah, it really sucks because I always have to tell women my dick is small, and it was like, well, just shut up then. Just don't fucking say like they just shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, because then they're racist for assuming it. Like if you tell them that beforehand, then when they see it, they're like, oh, he wasn't lying. But if you don't tell them beforehand, they're like, oh, I'm so fucked up for even assuming.
Exactly.
And then like see like that was him shooting himself in the foot, bro.
Yeah. No. I hope he's not watching. But so
no, well, cats, lucky you, nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. No, it's okay. It's okay.
God is.
Only the federal agents are watching.
Yeah, no, only the federal agents and the future BuzzFeeders trying to kick us off SNL.
And whatever AI program they have making sure that we're not fucking using copyrighted material. I hope that thing is sentient. I hope that thing has like sentience, and I hope that it's like influenced by negative words because I want it to kill itself.
Dude, I like
the computer version of syphilis.
I like thinking it just leaned down, pulling dirt, double duty.
She's just eating pork rinds and just fucking crying into
just
her
eating pork rinds
screen.
and masturbating to pictures to her fucking of her sister.
Look, if I'm just saying, if I saw Lena Dunham in an alley and it was a self-defense situation, I would fucking murder her.
If I saw Lena Dunham in an alley and it was a self-defense situation, I would still just blast.
Just come out. That's why I came out blasting. Yeah.
Just come out blasting. All right. Well, I think Brand, like I said, I like what he did with the re-edit. Cats gets the dub just because he had a good base of his story. Is touching grass? Is that like a meme?
Yeah, it's a meme.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Okay.
It seemed like that was a big crux of the final punchline.
You're here missing out on a race war Superman, but you know what? I think I got another winner, and I think that's going to be the Manson Family Productions. They were really interested in this one.
Speaking of race war Superman, fucking what was Steel if not that?
Honestly. It was
why I picked this movie. It was because this movie was now that you've seen some actual like of how they made Superman, like you kind of see like fucking this is basically just Steel. Like Steel was just trying to do Superman.
Yeah, except even
so
worse than this.
Like,
somehow worse.
Even worse, and just like with this fucking weird like Shaft. We'll just take Superman, but we'll throw in some Shaft, and that's
they literally threw in Shaft. I told you guys.
They just throw in some Shaft, and that's Black Superman.
No, but Shaft is in the fucking movie. Like they literally threw him.
Yeah, they did. They literally threw in actual Shaft, and we've already discussed that. All right, Brand, is it your turn?
It's my turn. We did Steel last. You were just talking about that.
What?
Yeah, it's Cat's turn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Next week we're doing Space Truckers.
What is Space Truckers?
What? Don't make that sigh. What are you fucking sighing about?
I've been
debating, Space Truckers?
I've been debating if I should like say like a Red Letter Media movie, but I guess the cat's out of the bag now, isn't it?
Is that a Red Letter? What? Was
that they do a space? Did they do a Space Trucker singing on Best of the Worst?
Oh, Cats just got so hard knowing that there's a Space Truckers.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do Space Truckers on Best of the Worst.
No, they didn't.
I'm super sure they do.
No, you're lying.
Because if I look up Space Truckers,
you're thinking of Space.
I'm gonna like.
No, they didn't do Space Truck. Wait. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't do Space
Truckers.
No,
I was.
Yeah, because Space Truckers isn't a bad movie.
Have you seen Space Truckers?
Oh, they did. This looks okay. Sorry, I thought this was Ice Pirates or something for a second. That's my bad.
No,
it looks very.
Yeah, no, this is an actual movie. Like it had somewhat of a budget. It has a director that I really like, Stuart Gordon. He's the director of Reanimator, Into the Beyond, or is it just the Beyond?
Reanimator.
Yeah, which we did on this show, and not in.
We did. And that's a good movie.
It is a fucking good movie. Space Truckers is a flawed movie, and that's why I wanted to do it because it's got a lot of genius in there. It's got Dennis Hopper in there.
Androids.
It's really good in a lot of ways, and it kind of like peters out. And I'm curious to think, how it can be improved. So we're doing Space Truckers. It's on Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So Brant can switch from The Boys. Brant can watch his episode of The Boys and then switch directly to the Space Truckers if he wants to.
I think they're done with this season. I don't care. The last
Are they done with the season? Are they done with the season? Or are you done with the season?
I don't know. It was dumb as fuck. This last episode was so just
season 2 was dumb as fuck. Season 2 was retarded.
I
fucking hated season 2.
I liked it.
I didn't like it. I did not like season 2.
This one's just kind of going overboard though.
It was just
especially because
front shit that was trash.
They have all the stuff together to kill Homelander. They have this moment in this last episode where it's legitimately 4 different times that they can do it, and each time it's just they're just not going to now, huh? So they're just all going to give up on this singular thing that and they show Billy he's willing to do anything. Butcher's willing to do anything to do it. It's this one time he's I guess I'm not that willing to do it. It's
That's interesting. See, that sounds really
the same shit with every fucking show. That's why I refuse to watch shows. Shows suck. Yeah. I fucking hate them.
Dude, that Obi-Wan Kenobi show made me want to kill everyone I've ever met.
Pissed so bad.
Why would you even watch that fucking show?
Oh,
yeah, no,
because it was pretty good.
The only show that I've ever finished.
Came back to the role.
Whatever. Oh yeah. I watched the Red Letter Media on that one actually. Yeah.
I started to watch that to try to get why you guys like them so much, and they started saying how it was good, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this. I watched. It was not good.
Did they say it was good?
It was the first episode was okay.
They had some subtlety on that, because weren't they saying it was not as bad as they expected, basically? It was slightly refreshing because
and I think part of why I get annoyed by them is just because I have whenever I come and watch them, it's because of a Star Wars thing, and I just have a different perspective on what makes Star Wars good, and the reasons even why they fucking had reservations about it or whatever were different than my reasons. I'm just either way though. Doesn't it's just a bad show. It's just a bad show. It was just fucking this classic shit, and I'm very sick of we're just gonna destroy a powerful character, and that was why I like these Superman movies so much, and why I went hard on just make the good guy win, because fucking these modern movies, whether it's Marvel recently, even the Black Widow movie, they couldn't even let Black Widow just do it by herself. They can't let Spider-Man do it by himself. They can't let fucking Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi do it by himself. They have to make it some other character who we just fucking invented to sell fucking toys and get fucking minorities in the door, even though minorities don't give a fuck if they're represented as much as these fucking retards in Hollywood do.
Well, and it's teamwork.
Very frustrating.
The idea that one person can achieve greatness is almost a no-no in Hollywood these days. That's why critics didn't like the new Top Gun for that fucking reason. I haven't seen the new Top Gun. I haven't seen it either. I don't know. I'm not that psyched about it because I'm not a huge whatever Top Gun fan. But I heard that movie is just a classic fucking movie. Basically,
that's what I've heard.
A lot of people fucking hated it. But
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's bad. I don't fucking know. It's hard to tell in the initial hype of a movie, because you get different fucking sources from different fucking things. But I think that you fucking hit on it fucking right on the goddamn head there, though, when you were saying it's about the fact that the individual, the great individual, can't do anything anymore. Because it honestly makes me conspiracy theory about fucking is this some China shit? Because are you literally just trying to show that a great person can't do anything without fucking the collective getting on their side?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say China. I think it's just nefarious, forces that want people to think that they can't change anything on their own. Basically, I mean, it's not just China. It's China partly, probably, because China's in that shit. But it's just the the system. I think so. They can't, seeing a guy win over and over and over again is just not cool with Hollywood. Can't fucking.
Yeah, no, especially if they win and just on the heart of good moral fiber and freedom and shit. They're fucked up. I hate it. I'm done with it.
Yeah, it sucks. Movies suck. Oh, Brant's naked now. Naked Brant. This is the first. This is a
tilt down, Brant. Tilt down.
Yeah, why are you tilting
up? Don't dare
tilt
what the
up. Fuck?
Tilt down. Brant, don't you dare tilt up. You tilt down.
We see your naked head every day.
You tilt down with that. I know the tits are out. I know that the fucking sun's out and the gun's out. I know that fucking tits out for the boys. Just do it. Just show them off. Just let us see them. Just do it.
You don't go to a strip club to get your dick sucked. You go to a strip club to get teased.
Fucking pussy, dude. Tits out for the boys, dude. Tits out for the boys. You're fucking pussy, Brady. Fucking.
We can't
pussy.
say your tits either, Dwayne. Honestly, so there you go. There you go. Dwayne, you've lost weight. Honestly, your tits are a little.
I still got tittage though, man. Like even at like my pain weight, even at the lowest weight I've ever been in my life, I just assumed I was really fat. It's just because I always have tittage and shit. You know? I'm just a fat.
You're about You're like at the weight that I first met you. I think you look like how I first met you. So there you go.
I'm luckily trending in the direction. But
yeah, you're just regular fat now.
Yeah, now I'm just a chubster.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a hard fucking farmer's tan though. Hard.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's quit arguing.
Yeah, I mean we're not gonna see Brand's tits, so we might as well.
Yeah, no, Brand's not showing his tits. I took off my shirt, now I'm just like, I'm shirtless.
Yeah, we just.
I just had to make sure that the stream was done. That's all.
And that was how you took out your tits just so the algorithm would just flag it.
Yeah, it would just say no more.
Nudities.
Okay.
I was scared.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. All right, adios.
Goodbye.